underneath City Pier on Anna Maria Island, not too far from downtown Bradenton, Florida. At historic McKechnie Field today, we bring you more Grapefruit League baseball as the Houston Astros come over from Kissimmee to take on your Pittsburgh Pirates. Hi again, everybody, with Steve Blass. I'm Tim Neverett. Happy you're watching Pirates baseball with us today. And, Steve, today's a real fun day because our audience gets a chance to participate in this game should they choose to do so. We're going to tell you all about the great season ticket packages, the partial plans, the great nights of entertainment the Pirates are going to provide. And the Bucs do a great job with that, entertaining the people of Pittsburgh.
Absolutely. You know, the overview of all this, Tim, is the fact that Pittsburgh Pirates will bend over backwards to make sure that your ticket needs are taken care of. They'll adapt anything that you need to get to the ballpark and have that great PNC Park experience.
And aside from telling folks about how they can be a part of the Pirate experience, we're going to talk about some baseball, too. And we'll talk about some pitching. After Thursday's game, Clint Hurdle announcing that Eric Bedard would be the opening day starter. So the lefty gets the nod, followed by Jeff Karstens, James McDonald, who pitches this afternoon, and Kevin Correa. Those are the first four that have been announced so far. Bedard gets the opening day honor. Steve, you did it 3 times. This is his 3rd time. You know what it's all about.
It is very special when the manager comes up to you at some point in spring training and says, I'm going to give you the ball to start the baseball season. That is a great, great feel. He's done it a couple of times, so that's going to be a fun day for him. And by the way, Charlie Morton, who's that 5th starter, had a very good outing yesterday. So the rotation at this point looking pretty good.
James McDonald gets to go today. He's looking to go deep. That's kind of his thing this year. He wants to find a way to get deeper into ball games.
Oh, how good is that? I love that. Get into that 7th and 8th inning, so that's a great goal for him. This point in spring training, they're all trying to go a little bit deeper, so 4, maybe 5 innings for James as he tunes it up. Maybe one more time out for him before the season starts, so should be a lot of fun this afternoon.
J-Mac takes on Kyle Weiland of the Astros, a newcomer to Houston. It's a J-Mac attack on the mound today at McKechnie Field as he climbs the hill to take on the Houston Astros. Next on Root Sports. Pretty nice day in Bradenton today. 81 degrees, 63 in Pittsburgh, 56% humidity. But the forecast is for baseball weather. It is beautiful here, and we're glad that you've had the chance to join us. And for anybody who may have been able to get into the park early today, got to see A.J. Burnett throw as he threw off the mound today. James McDonald getting set to throw off the mound right now. But A.J. today, 40 pitches as he threw live batting practice for the first time. No ill reports. Everything A-OK.
I bet psychologically, Tim, that was good for him to get out there. His conditioning has been okay, but you want to get back out there. Just get the feel. Okay, this gets me a little feel that I'm closer and closer to being ready. Let's hope he's ahead of schedule. All eyes on A.J. Burnett this afternoon, and he seemed to be pleased with how it went.
Today's pitcher, James McDonald, will face this Houston Astros lineup. It's J.B. Shuck The center fielder will lead off. Angel Sanchez, the shortstop. Ryan Bogusevic in right field. J.D. Martinez is in left. See Wallace and Downs on the corners. Jason Castro back behind the plate. Missed all of last season with a knee injury. Joe Thurston, the former Dodger prospect. He's bounced around some. And the pitcher, left-hander, Kyle Weiland.
And James McDonald getting ready to make his 4th start of the spring, and he needs a good outing, Tim. It's been a rough trip. He's had 8 innings so far, given up 8 earned runs.
And we are underway. And the first pitch is a strike. And talking about Weiland being a left-hander, he hits left-handed, but he throws right-handed. So we should make that clear right now.
Those lefties.
Yeah, that one inside, and looks like maybe getting part of the bat or got something, but certainly not down to first base for sure.
Yeah, he was able to shuck it off. Got close. Almost got him, James.
Yeah. So a 1-ball, 1-strike count. That one way up and in to Shuck from James McDonald.
When you think of James McDonald, 9-9, 31 starts last year for the Pirates, perhaps the most live arm, before Burnett arrives, that we carried over from last year. There's so much potential in this long, lanky right-hander. Just need to see it on a more consistent basis. I guess you say that about just about everybody. You'd like to see everybody a little more consistent, but 9-9 last year. Let's hope he can build off that in 2012.
2-ball, 2-strike pitch from McDonald. Right there, called strike 3, and a good way to start the day as James McDonald gets his first punch out of the afternoon. Behind J-Mac in the field, Michael Navarro is at third base. Josh Harrison getting the start at short. Walker and Jones on the right side. What projects to be the starting outfield, Presley, McCutchen, and Tabata, and Michael McHenry behind the plate. Now Sanchez, right-handed hitting shortstop, hitting .500 in the spring so far. And a strike is called. You notice in the upper left-hand corner, right where the score is, you'll see from time to time throughout the day the number 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. That's for tickets. We're going to tell you about all kinds of great ticket plans today. And if for any reason you don't remember the number, which you should know, 1-800-BUY-BUCKS, pretty easy to remember. You can always refer to it. There it is. And a shot to right. Tabata over. He'll make the catch. 2 gone for the Astros in the top half of the first inning.
Just what you'd like to see from James McDonald. I think a lot of Pirate fans remember his debut when he joined the Bucks out of the Dodger organization. Spectacular strikeouts, 8 strikeouts in 6 innings, but a lot of them came very early. He was just dazzling his first outing for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So he is a strikeout kind of a pitcher, power guy. So far, so good here in the top of the first.
Clint Hurdle, Ray Searage taking in the action from their usual perch just outside the first base dugout here at McKechnie Field. Ryan Bogusevic, right fielder, off to a slow start this spring. 3 out of 29, a 103 average. And McDonald with 2 outs delivers the 1-0 pitch. In the air to center, McCutchen all over it. And this is an easy 1-2-3 inning for James McDonald. Pirates coming to the plate when we return to Bradenton. No scores. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Astros and Pirates. And Clint Hurdle's lineup brought to you by Toyota. Presley and then Harrison getting the start at shortstop. Pirates getting him a lot of reps at that position here in spring training. Talbot, McCutchen, Walker, Jones. Navarro has played almost everywhere, and he starts at third base today. Michael McHenry hitting eighth. And the pitcher, James McDonald, batting ninth. I think this is the first game we've had where we've not had a designated hitter in the lineup. Kyle Weiland,
over from the Boston Red Sox organization.
Yeah, he was part of that trade that sent infielder Jed Lowry to Houston in exchange for right-handed pitcher Mark Melancon last December. And they like this 25-year-old out of the state of Texas, lives there, born in New Mexico, and was the closer at Notre Dame. And he's got the saves record for the Fighting Irish baseball team.
Now, wait a minute. We know who the big closer is at Notre Dame. And that record will never be broken.
That's right. He's just behind one of those end zones with his arms up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Alex Presley will lead off against Weiland. This is his fifth professional season. 23-31 minor league record over 90 games. 25 saves at Notre Dame. That's in college baseball relative to the number of games you play. That's he's the all-time leader there. Alex Presley waits, and he takes a strike. Alex hitting .350 this spring. Pretty strong spring for Alex. 14 hits and 40 at-bats. He has a double and a triple, a home run, and he's driven in 7. Pops this one up, back of third base into short left field. It drops in for a hit. Sanchez went out. Martinez came in, and neither one could get it. And another base hit for Alex Presley. Defensively for the Astros, doing the catching, Jason Castro. He missed all of last season with a knee injury. Hurt himself again in the Arizona Fall League, but he's back and healthy. Martinez, Shuck, and Bogusevic in the outfield. Matt Downs at the hot corner. Sanchez and Thurston in the middle. Brett Wallace is at first base. Castro, a knee injury in spring training a year ago. Very, very frustrating. Couldn't participate at all in 2011. Seems to be back healthy and ready. And Harrison lays a bunt down foul.
Well, you're getting a quick look at what the Pirates want to do. They want more speed. They want more action on the bases. So we'll keep an eye on Alex Presley. It's hard to practice the art of stealing unless you're in a game situation. So we'll keep an eye on Alex. Clint Hurdle has said the Pirates do want to run more. You got to weigh the risks a good bit of the time. You see Harrison thinking about putting the ball down, utilizing his speed. So hopefully the Pirates have more speed. They're not a club that's going to hit the ball over the fence as many times as other teams do. So they got to do some manufacturing.
Weiland, 6'4" and 195, battling for the 5th spot in the Astros rotation. Go to first, and getting back is Presley. And before we are remiss to neglect it to later in the game, this will be the last year that the Astros will compete against the Pirates in the National League Central Division before going over to the American League next year.
And there's a lot of people in Houston that are not happy about that at all.
It's very unpopular in Houston. 0-1 coming to Harrison. To right field and very deep. Going back, Bogusevic, and he won't get it. Another extra base hit for Harrison. Presley held at third. And for Josh Harrison, his team-leading 7th double here in the spring.
Nicely done to the gap in right center field. And on top of that, the ball kind of skips and stays near the wall. Doesn't bounce back toward the right fielder. Not that it's going to be a problem for Presley to get around to third base, as Mr. Harrison puts a charge in this ball to the opposite field. You know Greg Ritchie, as batting coach, will love that. Power to the opposite field. Every hitting coach loves it. Ball stays right there. Everybody comfortably moving around.
Well, Josh Harrison and Curtis Granderson of the Yankees leading the Grapefruit League in doubles. It's good company that Josh is in. 2 on, nobody out. And Weiland delivering to Jose Tabata, batting in the 3rd spot this afternoon. Andrew McCutchen will hit cleanup.
See if we can get some more offense. I was here yesterday, and the Pirates scored 2 runs on a 2-run home run by red-hot Matt Haig, but that's all they got.
You were here yesterday.
Yeah, I was.
That was the headline of the Bradenton paper this morning. You made it over here. Good.
Well, okay, you want to start that game? All right, I'll tell you that Charlie Morton hit 9th yesterday instead of having a DH. So yesterday was the first day they did. Would have been nice for you to stop by.
I said both teams having no DH. I was here every other day.
Okay.
I seem to be here the days you're not.
Well, it's kind of the way it works.
I know you've been busy in the hospital and everything.
I have. The weather's been beautiful, but the rest of it's been somewhat chaotic.
Nobody out. Runners at second and third. The pitch to Tabata is inside. For those who don't know, Steve was bitten by a stingray.
Yeah. Little surgery involved because the barb got up in well up into my foot and broke into 3 pieces, which is always a personal favorite.
So we haven't figured out which name we're going to go with. The crew seems to be leaning toward the second one. I was thinking Stingray Steve Blass or Stevie Ray Blass. They seem to like Stevie Ray. Tabata fouls this one down the right side, but Bogusevic, well, it'll stay in fairground on the right side. Bogusevic makes the catch. Presley bluffs. And Presley has to stay at third base.
Yeah, the prevailing wind here today is blowing from right field over to left, so that ball would have been about 3 rows back normally, but the wind kind of pushed it back into not only into play, but into fair territory. They'll make a play on the ball.
So Bogusevic didn't have to go as far as he thought. And Andrew McCutchen now.
And just to finish up on yesterday, really good ball game. The Pirates led it 2-1 going into the 9th inning, and then Daniel McCutchen got bounced around, gave up a grand slam, and the Tigers won. But the big news was Charlie Morton pitching so well, and Haig continuing to stay hot.
Yeah, Matt Haig's doing a good job with the bat. But talked to Charlie a little while ago in the clubhouse, and he says he feels really well today. He said he made all his pitches yesterday, hit his spots, felt pretty good.
Yeah, he was efficient.
1-0 to Andrew McCutchen. Has an RBI opportunity here. Bottom of the first. We're scoreless, just underway in sunny Bradenton. 1-1. Kyle Weiland got a strike in on McCutchen.
Yep, Andrew looking for some distance there. Now the wind kind of blowing straight out, so it's helping everything at this point. Get something up in the air, you can get some instant action.
Wind direction seems to change here somewhat often.
Yeah, but usually get a lot of help left center, left field.
1-1 fouled back into the radio booth. Well, there's no radio broadcast today.
Yeah, but the boss is in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Mark Gard is in there and didn't flinch. I think the nerves are shot.
Well, that's just a veteran move. He knew that ball was going to be 2 inches to his left, so
yep,
there was no problem.
And by the way, the gentleman in the dark shirt, my co-author of my book, Eric Sherman, taking in the action.
We'll chat about that a little later.
Oh, shameless plug, wasn't it?
Oh, you haven't seen the plug yet. That's coming. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Presley is the runner at third base, and he had a leadoff single. Harrison is at second with a wall double to right. 1 down. Popped him up. And this is playable, but a mile high. And the third baseman, Matt Downs, comes down with it. There are now 2 gone in the bottom of the first.
So Mr. Weiland tightening things up after the leadoff base hit and the double. Runners on second and third, nobody out, and they're still there with 2 outs.
Chance for Neil Walker to change the score.
And we're talking about more offense, and you need to minimize wasting these kind of opportunities. You got to cash these in. When you're not a big thumper type offensive ball club, every opportunity needs to be taken advantage of, maxed out. You just need to do it. You can't waste them. Other teams are going to score enough later on. They can waste a few knowing they're going to get other chances. We've got to cash them in. And that's nothing new. We talked about that whole subject a good bit of last year, especially the second half of the year.
Walker 8 out of 31 this spring. Takes ball 1. Just starting to see that nice easy swing out of Walker with runners on base. Just knocking them in. He's got just a couple of RBIs. He's been slow in that department this spring. However, he's starting to come around now. You'd rather come around toward the end of spring training.
Yep, big finish. See if you can take it on into the season. It's not automatic.
1-0. That's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hard to believe, Steve, but a week from tomorrow, it's bug out day. We head to Philadelphia. 1 week from tomorrow, we'll be out of Florida.
It seems like it's going to go on forever, and then all of a sudden you're on a downhill slide. Okay, pack things up, get everything packed and ready to go. Get the truck ready.
Walker, base hit to right field. That's going to get 2 in. Presley scores. Coming around third and scoring is Harrison. A 2-out, 2-run single for Neil Walker. And the Pirates strike first this afternoon.
Nice stuff. You always love 2-out action. You like no out and 1 out action, but boy, when you see it slipping away in terms of those opportunities, and then you cash it in just at the last moment, that's a good feeling. And that ball was tattooed. Luis Silverio, first base coach. He likes it.
First of back-to-back games against the Astros. Tomorrow, I know you and Greg are headed over to Kissimmee.
Yep.
For the game, the only other game against the Astros. Just 2 against Houston this spring, coming in back-to-back days.
Yeah, we drive up past the Mouse House. That's what they call it down here.
Right.
Disney.
Bob Walk referred to it the other day as the world's largest gift shop.
Mm-hmm.
He had a trip over there. That's why.
Yeah, you can spend some money over there.
Walker at first base, 2 men out. 0-1 coming to Garrett Jones. Goes the other way. Picked up by Downs. And the strong throw got him. Pirates end up with a couple of runs. Neil Walker, the RBI base hit. On to the second. We come back to McKechnie Field.
Today's Pirates game on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel.com. Definitely worth the click. By your Toyota dealer, where quality, dependability, and good MPG all come standard. Toyota, moving forward. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go, Bucks!
James McDonald, 1 ball, no strikes to J.D. Martinez, and he pops him up. Michael Navarro shading the sun. Josh Harrison calling for it. So 2 pitches so far in the inning, and 1 man out. So McDonald's been able to retire the first 4 Houston Astros.
Nice start for James. Nice start for the Pirate Bats. 2-zip after 1.
Pirates get their 2 runs on a 2-out RBI single by Neil Walker. 3 hits in the inning. Presley a base hit. Harrison a double. His team leading 7th double. Now here's Brett Wallace. Wallace, the first baseman, actually had to go down to AAA last year. Houston had very high hopes for him, but struggled with the bat at times. And he was sent back to AAA, I think much to his surprise, because he'd been a regular big leaguer with Houston for a relatively decent amount of time. But Wallace this spring hitting .333, 10 hits and 30 at bats.
I'm liking the strikes we're seeing from James.
Like it. Missed with that fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. And 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. See the number up under the scoreboard, the upper left side of your screen. Tell you a lot more about things happening regarding season ticket packages and game entertainment coming up. Next inning, we'll be visited by Pirates president Frank Coonley. He'll talk about some of the things that are going on. We have representatives in the front office at PNC Park standing by today to take your phone calls. Wallace fouls it back.
And you know the theme, Tim, and we talked about this in the open, the fact that the Pirates will do everything they possibly can to accommodate your ticket needs, almost to the point of individually designing packages for people to make it work for you. And that's kind of the theme, and all these components, parts of that theme and that approach that the Pirate ticket people have.
2-2 to Brent Wallace. A lot of season ticket holders here. They make their way to Bradenton. This park is so small and quaint that wherever we walk, we have to walk to go somewhere. You're always running into season ticket holders and have great conversations with people. You get to meet a lot of people down here we might not normally meet at PNC Park because it's so big. But here it's a very, very intimate setting for baseball.
And a lot of people, if you haven't been to spring training baseball, come down to Bradenton. It's wonderful.
3-2 lifted in the air to shallow center. Harrison is out. McCutcheon comes in and makes the catch. 2 outs. Well, the Penguins look to even the series as they head to Ottawa to face off against the Senators one final time in the 2012 regular season. Great day for hockey tonight, 6:30 on Root Sports. 7 o'clock tilt. And you take a look at the Eastern Conference standings. See the Penguins right now second in the Atlantic behind the Rangers, 98 points. So a win tonight coupled with a Ranger loss against the Maple Leafs would move the Penguins from 4th in the conference all the way up to the top and put them in that #1 seed spot right now with just a little bit of time to go.
All right, fire and ice. They've been on fire on the ice.
Yes, big game tonight, so I want you to tune in. Downs trickles one toward third, and McDonald throws him out. 6 up and 6 down for the Astros through an inning and a half. 2-0 Pirates at McKechnie Field. Bottom of the second, 2-0 Pirates with Steve Blass. I'm Tim Neverett. Let's take you back to Pittsburgh and join our Rob King, who is standing by with a special guest.
All right, thanks very much, guys. Lou DePauli is an executive vice president and the chief marketing officer with the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Lou, tell us about sales, because I would think last year, coming off a great season, that maybe sales would be up a little bit. Have you found that to be the case?
Yes, so far sales have been up tremendously this year. Based on last year's run and the fact that we sold out 17 games really created a lot of demand for people to buy season tickets this year. So far we've seen a very strong renewal rate from our current season ticket holders from last season, and a lot of new sales. A lot of people jumping on board, jump on Pirates bandwagon. So overall our season ticket sales are up about 30% versus where they were this time last year.
What's going on with the sell-a-thon today? Well,
it gives people an opportunity. It's a couple of weeks before the home opener. It's your last chance to maybe buy into a season ticket package to ensure that you can get into those big games this year, all those Saturday games, maybe even the home opener. And if you buy today, if a package of 20 games or more, we'll actually give you an Andrew McCutcheon autographed baseball. So a little incentive for people to buy today.
All right, good stuff going on here at PNC Park, guys. We're going to keep you up to date throughout the course of the broadcast with what's going on back here at PNC Park. Now back to Bradenton.
Rob, thank you very much. And operators, you see them working hard right now. They're standing by to take your phone calls at 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. They'll be there throughout the game today. So call them up and find out what's going on. If you just want some information on tickets, they're there to answer your questions. You want to make a purchase, you want to find out about special promotional nights, the Fan Jam nights, which are excellent. Of course, the Sky Blast nights, which are a great tradition at PNC Park. They're there to answer your questions and to help you today. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Here's Yamaiko Navarro. Yamaiko's been an interesting character down here in spring training. He's played right field, left field, second base, shortstop, playing third base today. Super utility guy. And is trying to give himself the best opportunity to head north on the 25-man roster.
Still to be determined. Some spots.
306 his average this spring, 11 out of 36. He's got a home run. And he takes strike two there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of inning number 2 on another gorgeous day in Bradenton. Well, the weather's been great in Pittsburgh recently.
It's cold spell today, 63.
A little rain on the way, too, I hear. But looking at the extended forecast here for next week, did you see it yet?
No.
Oh, he went around. And he is rung up by Will Little, the home plate umpire. Navarro doesn't necessarily agree. So there is 1 out. Season tickets start $3.99. A full season ticket package starts at that low number. Several value plans are available. There are also partial season ticket packages between 10 and 40 games. And what do you get as a season ticket holder? Well, you get invitations to season ticket holder field days, special Q&A events with Pirates management, flexible ticket exchange policy, access to season ticket holders' exclusive website, exclusive events. You get a personalized season ticket holder ID card too, Steve. You can come into batting practice early when the Pirates are hitting this year. So that's kind of a neat deal for a season ticket holder. But find out about the full season ticket packages. And again, the full package starts as low as $3.99. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. And again, as we just showed you, operators are standing by to answer your questions and take your calls about Pirates tickets and outstanding ticket packages this year.
It is fascinating to watch batting practice. It is something what these guys can do with a bat on the baseball when they're in controlled environments. Pretty impressive. See these guys hit the ball a long way. Probably see a ball or 2 go into the river or head over the wall toward the river. Crack of the bat.
2 balls and 1 strike to the fort. Michael McHenry. Weiland's pitch. Ripped down to third. Oh, backhand. And a nice play by Matt Downs.
That is a nice pick there.
2 men out. He blew a bubble at the same time that ball got there. I wasn't sure if that was the ball or the bubble. Let's see if we can pick it up.
How cool is this? Yeah, pick it, take care of the gum, and unload a strong throw to first base.
There you go.
How about that? You will not see that again maybe in your lifetime. A tough backhand pick, a terrific play blowing a bubble. This young man's got it together.
James McDonald's first at bat.
Look, he did it again on that pitch. Now that's overthrown a little bit.
That's double trouble. J-Mac takes a strike. Well, McDonald is part of the pitching staff that loves to fish. They freshwater fish down here. A.J. Burnett's got his bass boat. Not too long ago, a few days ago, they got together, had their own bass tournament. But it's not out of the question to see McDonald out and back of PNC Park fishing in the Allegheny. He's done that early in the afternoon before games.
Burnett can probably bring his own ocean.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, AJ takes down his arm today. Again, 40 pitches and live batting practice on the main game mound here.
That had to make him feel so good.
And this one to left field. It is curling away from the outfielder Martinez, but he makes a nice diving catch Tremendous play. Pirates gone in order in the second. Operator standing by right now to take your calls at PNC Park. Two 2-0 Pirates as we go to the top half of the third inning. Neil Walker's 2-run single with 2 men out in the first, standing up after Presley had a base hit and Josh Harrison had a double. Just another pleasant day at the ballpark today.
Yep, and 2 themes so far, Tim. The pitching of James McDonald and the available of so many ticket options that the Pirate ticket office will work with you on to make sure you get there and you have that great PNC experience as you were talking about.
Yeah. I want to say thank you to Jim Wiltman from Sewickley for renewing his season tickets for 2012. Angelo Palermo from Cheswick. Ken Shimko from Latrobe, as well as Loretta Armstrong from Pittsburgh and Fred Orlansky from Pittsburgh. Thank you for renewing your season tickets.
Indeed.
So McDonald up on top of the hill. He gets ready to start the top half of the third. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS the number. Remember it, write it down. Give them a call. Have any questions on tickets, ticket packages? We'll tell you about some of the information today, and they can fill you in on the details if we don't answer a question that you might have. Jason Castro, the catcher, leads off. James McDonald has retired the first 6 Houston Astros today. So 7, 8, 9 to up. Castro, Thurston, and the pitcher Weiland. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Castro. So again, Castro injured his knee in spring training last year, missed all of the season, came back and played in the Arizona Fall League and broke a bone in his foot. Wasn't sure about how he'd fare at spring training at the time, but he is healthy and ready to go, and the Astros need him now that they do not have one of the regular catchers anymore, Humberto Quintero. 1-1 pitch, and there's a ground ball toward the middle. Harrison behind the bag, straightens up, throws on the first, and Jones can't make the play. McHenry there to back up though, but a nice job by Harrison to get to that ball up the middle. Joining us in the booth right now, very happy to have with us the president of the Pittsburgh Pirates, Frank Coonley. And Frank, the weather we've had down here, the experience the fans have enjoyed here in Bradenton has been exceptional, and again today, no exception to the great weather.
It's been spectacular all spring. It's wonderful. I know people that have been here for a long time have said this is the best weather we've had in spring. Just beautiful, and the crowds have been great here at McKechnie Field. People are excited about Pirate baseball. Another great day today.
Joe Thurston is the hitter. And today we're telling people about the great ways they can experience Pirates baseball at the other ballpark, PNC, one that's a little bigger than this one.
Right, a few more seats at PNC Park. And of course, we've been getting baseball weather back in Pittsburgh for the last seemingly 3-4 weeks. It's been wonderful, and we know it will continue as we start early April.
Pitch to Thurston is a strike call to the knees, 1-1.
So as nice as the weather's been, nice to see James McDonald.
It is.
Matching up with the weather.
It is, Steve. James did not have his best outing the last time out, so I know that he was determined to get back on track here. He had pitched well before that, and so far today he looks strong.
Here comes the 1-1 from McDonald. Castro the runner at first. Thurston fouls it back.
Yeah, you talk about starting pitchers. You want to have a good outing today, but he's probably going to be out there one more time. So it'd be a nice way for him to ease himself into the season. If you're going to struggle in spring training, do it early, get on the other side of it, finish up good so you got that good frame of mind.
Good feeling heading back to Pittsburgh. That's right. And they're getting up in their inning counts and pitch counts now this time of spring training. That's a swing.
Did he go?
Oh, you're kidding me.
Well, the appeal at third in favor of Joe Thurston, so counts 2-2.
Worth the appeal?
Well, we're telling folks today to call that number, 1-800-BUY-BUCKS, that you see under the scoreboard there. And the staff this year, Frank, has done an exceptional job lining up the musical acts and all the promotions and putting together all the flexible ticket packages. And
there they are. Look at those hardworking people.
It's good to see the phones ringing. You can be next on the line, but I know you got to be proud of the way the staff has really worked hard in the offseason to get ready for April 5th.
Well, I really have been, Tim. They've gone into this offseason with passion and really have sold Pirate baseball. The excitement that was created all last summer has certainly helped, and the fact that we had 17 sellouts over the year has certainly helped, but the season ticket sales have been tremendous this offseason, and we really appreciate the support that our fans have given us, and the ticket sellers are out there working hard, but it's an attractive packages that we're putting together. We still have value plans that have been very popular, where you can buy a full season ticket plan, share it with friends if you can't make it to all the games, and it's the best value out there. They have really been moving this off season, but they've all done extremely well. We just cracked 9,000 in our full season equivalents. We will have the largest season ticket base now since the All-Star game, and looking to add to that as well. The fans' reaction to the team, the excitement of the team last year has been terrific.
Weiler tries to bunt his way aboard. McDonald underhand toss to Jones, covering 2 down, then moves to run a Castro over to second base. And you know what's nice is when you can welcome a new season ticket holder, and we've got a number of them we can welcome. Mary Furr from Murraysville.
Good transition, Tim.
Like that. Tracy Court from Elwood City. We welcome Tracy as a new season ticket holder as well. Janice Hunter from Monroeville, and Justin Burrow from Moon Township. Thank you for becoming a Pirate season ticket holder.
Well, our season ticket holders are very special to us, Tim, and it's our commitment to treat them as very special fans and customers of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they each get their own individual ticket rep, and we make sure that they understand that they are a special member of the Pirate family. We have a rookie season ticket holder party every year for new season ticket holders, where we get together on the deck, and I always make sure that I get out there and say hello to the new season ticket holders. It's a great experience. You're treated as part of the family because you are. You're in a very important part.
J.B. Shuck, the center fielder, struck out looking to start the game, second time around for him. And Steve and I were talking about batting practice. Season ticket holders this year get an opportunity to head to the ballpark early, don't they?
They do. It's a lot of fun. They get to take batting practice in the cages, and there are some events where they can be on the fields. So you get a lot of extra benefits that a fan who's just buying a regular game ticket doesn't receive.
All right. Andrew McCutcheon records the final out of the top of the third. We're back with more from Bradenton in a moment.
Along with Brian Chiera, the Senior Director of Marketing and Special Events for the Pirates. Saturday is always a big day at the ballpark. You got a lot of live music planned this year. Can you tell us what you have?
Yeah, we've got 2 fan jam shows on the lineup this year. We've got June 9th, Boyz II Men. They are the most successful R&B act of all time, sold 60 million albums. And July 7th, Daughtry. Afternoon baseball, 4:05 start, and then a post-game concert with Daughtry. We also have Sky Blast, which is the big fireworks show combined with live music. This year, Pittsburgh favorites Styx and Lifehouse. Styx on August 11th, Lifehouse September 29th.
Saturday is always one of the most popular days to go to the ballpark. What other events do you have coming up on Saturdays?
Fireworks nights, 6 big Zambelli shows beginning with Saturday, April 7th. And we've got the Hammer, Joel Hanrahan, in a bobblehead, May 12th.
All right, we have a lot more stuff to talk about with Brian, including Fridays and Sundays. That's coming up a little bit back at PNC Park. First, back to Bradenton with Tim and Steve. Guys?
Thank you very much, Rob. And those nights are going to be excellent. Certainly we'll talk a little more about those as the day goes along with Stevie Ray Blass. I'm Tim Neverett, and of course, Pirates President Frank Coonley is with us here in the booth. Bucks starting the bottom of the third with a 2-0 lead.
Steve's getting a lot of mileage out of that injury, isn't he?
He's getting
more than he wants to have at this point, Frank.
If you want attention, go get yourself bitten by a stingray.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'll pass on that.
Alex Presley looks at a ball outside. I want to ask you about the newest addition to PNC Park, the Budweiser Bow Tie Bar out in right field.
We're really excited about this addition, Tim. It's going to be a great opportunity, one, for a group area with great seating looking down the right field line. For groups of 50 or more, it'll be just a great venue to bring your group. We have a U-shaped bar. I'll let you call this game.
Fly out to center. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's got a very large U-shaped bar, which will be shared half by the group area and then half by the public area. So
looking good.
Yeah, half of this space will be open to the public, and anybody with a ticket can go into that space, and we'll be able to serve wine and mixed drinks there, along with, of course, great Budweiser product. And we'll have flat screen TVs, beautiful view of the city. It sits right on the river, and we've actually expanded the space, which was previously the end of the concourse at section 101, by almost double the space there. So it's a great floor plan. You have the river and the city on your one side, watching Pirate baseball on the other side, and a great place to get together with your friends and hang out, either as a group or as a ticket holder, spend a couple innings in there.
Josh Harrison doubled his last time up, takes a strike, 1-1. And again, people can purchase groups, and if there's an area, or there's actually another area available for just the general ticket holder to come in and enjoy that new venue.
Absolutely. Every night there'll be half of the facility will be open to the general public. Anybody with a ticket to the ball game that night can go down there before the game and get something to drink, get something to eat. We'll have food in there, or spend a couple innings during the game or after the game as well. Great place to hang out with some of your friends. And on the group side, I think it will be one of our most spectacular group areas in PNC Park. You can watch the game there. There'll be stationary seating from that area. Watch the game, high top tables, a bar staff, bar service, and catered food there. It will really be spectacular. Again, I understand if you book a group today of 50 or more at the Budweiser Bow Tie Bar, you get a special prize with an Andrew McCutcheon autographed baseball.
You will. Josh Harrison beats it out for a base hit. No surprise. 2 for 2 for Harrison, and what a spring he's having.
This kid just keeps hitting, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he can fly. He's fun to watch. He's got that spark to him, and he can get you going in a half inning.
He does. It's funny. You sit here with the fans at McKechnie Field, and so many of them come up to you and say, "Boy, I love that Josh Harrison." The fans love the way he plays the game. Plays it hard, runs everything out hard, and having a great spring. Clint calls Haig the hit collector. I think we may have 2 hit collectors here this spring.
Yeah, he called him the toy cannon last year. So
I remember Jimmy Wynn well.
I wonder what he'll call him. I wonder what they'll call him next year. Yeah, Harrison, great smile, and the funny guy, good guy. I was talking to him the other day about his brothers. Of course, they shortened their name his name is shortened to J. Hay. His older brother's V. Hay, and his other brother's Shea Hay. So they got a lot of Hays.
And his older brother Vince is a coach in our player development system.
That's right. Here's a 1-0 pitch to Tabata up high. 2 balls and no strikes. If you have any questions on the Budweiser Bowtie Bar, you want to book a group, it's a great place to do it. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. There are operators standing by who can answer your questions and help you place an order and pick the best date available. Look at the schedule, see who's in town, what opponent it is. Maybe there's a terrific promotion that night as well. So you want to jump on that before somebody beats you to it. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Tabata fouls it off to our right.
It really will be a great venue for a corporate outing. Bring your company, your employees out there. Have dinner before the game right in that space, and then watch the game from the space. Plenty of great views of, again, the city and right down the right field line of the ball game. Spectacular views.
The beat goes on. This beautiful ballpark keeps adding on things to make it even more fun.
Well, Steve, that's very important. That's a commitment that Bob Nutting has made, and we're not going to rest on our laurels in terms of PNC Park. We think it is the most spectacular ballpark in Major League Baseball, but it's necessary for us to make sure that we keep it that way by adding new fan amenities every year. So every year we're looking to add something new for our fans so they can enjoy it while they're enjoying Pirate baseball.
And as Frank mentioned, if you book a group today at 1-800-BUY-BUCKS, you will receive an autographed baseball signed by the man on deck, Andrew McCutchen.
McCutchen looks locked in this year.
Yeah, he's
in a lot of different ways.
There's a ground ball to the right side, slowly hit. They won't get Harrison, but they will get Tabata. So a man in scoring position now as Jose grounds out to the right side. 2 men out.
Came into camp in great shape. He was doing some work at the IMG Academy right here in Bradenton with some of their speed trainers and strength trainers. Put in a lot of hard work during the offseason. Looks bigger, looks stronger, and has worked on his running game. We all know that the stolen bases can be a lot more than they were last year, and he's committed to making that happen this year. But in terms of at the plate, I think we really saw a step last year in terms of the plate discipline, a real recognition of pitches that was superior to where he had been when he first came into the league, which is usual for a young player. But this year, I think he's going to put it all together.
Well, Frank, we went down to watch the Pirates play the Red Sox at the new Fenway South deal, and he just hit 2 monster shots. It would have been home runs anywhere else, just against the Green Monster. The second ball he hit, I asked him the next day if he had hit a ball harder than that, and all he did was smile at me. Just crushed 2 balls.
Yeah, I was down there. I couldn't believe that that first one didn't get out. I think it hit at the very top of that monster. Now, somebody told me, I don't know whether there's truth to this, somebody told me it's supposed to be the exact dimensions of Fenway Park.
That's not.
Somebody told me it's 6 feet higher than Fenway?
I was told 3 feet higher.
Okay.
It's 40 feet higher. 40 feet higher, where in Boston it's actually 37.
So it cost Andrew.
It cost him a home run there.
He's been stinging the ball. And you're right about talking about the Pirates' running game, because I think there's going to be more speed. There's going to be more manufactured. There's going to be more people put in motion during the course of the season, because we're not going to hit as many home runs as some other teams. And I think we're just going to see a continuation of that theme from Clint that he established last year.
Right. Well, Clint loves to run the bases, and I think we have the horses to do it, particularly in the top 3. And then when Harrison's in the lineup, certainly Josh adds that dimension to the game as well.
Yeah. Fans love to see speed. I mean, he's got a great personality, but before people got to know him, they love to see people take off, have beat plays, beat out ground balls, and the more he did that, the more they liked him, and the more they got to know him, the more they liked him.
He's another one of those guys like McHenry. You can't help but love him with that smile.
Yeah, he's a gamer that's got speed. That's a great combination.
So McCutchen with a 3-ball, 2-strike count on him, 2 outs, and Harrison the runner at second.
Let's see if Andrew gets that fastball. Most hitters just sit on a fastball. 3-2 count, bring it.
And he walked him. 2 men on, 2 out for the guy who drove in 2 runs last time up, Neil Walker.
Frank, just a comment I want to pass along, because I've talked to Pirate fans who, especially last year, they said the Pirate ticket people will come very close to almost individualizing custom-made packages for people. I mean, they'll do everything they can to make it work, almost down to a custom deal for an individual. I don't think you can go that far, but they are not too far away from that.
No, we're not, and we have a very liberal exchange policy, Steve, where we can work with a fan that can't get to a certain game and get them into another game. So like I said, season ticket holders all have their personal ticket representative, and their job at the Pirates is to make that season ticket holder happy and to accommodate them in every way that we possibly can, and getting them to the games that they can get to, making sure that they utilize their tickets, because that's what it's all about, getting down to PNC Park as many times as they possibly can.
Yeah, that's about as close as you can come to just making it work no matter what the circumstances are. That's great. You got your own concierge.
Absolutely. They're there to serve you.
No balls and a strike to Neil Walker. Harrison at second, McCutcheon at first, and Kyle Weiland, the 25-year-old right-hander, delivers. Ground ball to the right side. Thurston will throw out Walker. And that does it for the Pirates as they leave 2. We'll head to the 4th inning. Thank you, Frank.
Tim, thank you. Appreciate what all you guys are doing up here. Thanks, Steve.
Frank. Thank you.
To PNC Park, Rob King along with Raven Jemison, who is the Director of Group Sales for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Raven, you have a new area in Section 101 this year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It's our brand new Budweiser Bowtie Bar. If you have a group of 50 people, you can come out and bring them out for a game. It's an outstanding opportunity to bring family, friends, to take advantage of this new area. There's a full-service bar there. It's atop Section 101. Actually where you guys used to be.
That's right.
So this will allow you to have a private space. If you have 50 or more, anywhere from 50 to 90, we can accommodate, and we can also have hospitality in that area as well.
All right, how about opportunities for smaller groups? What do you have? I noticed you have a Roberto Clemente jersey here. Tell us about some of the other things that are available.
We actually do. If you don't have a group of 50 and you have anywhere from 15 or more, you can bring your group out to take advantage of any of our group programs. It could be our ever-present Clemente package that comes for $21 in the outfield box. You and 14 or more of your friends can come out and hang out, sit in the seats there, and actually have a Clemente jersey as well. We have other options with the Pirates cap for the outfield reserve for $18. You can get a cap for $18 and sit in the outfield reserve as well.
All right, lots of great opportunities here at PNC Park. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Rob. Raven and her staff there waiting for your calls at 1-800-BUY-BUCKS.
Literally back to us, so that foul ball right next door.
I had to lean to the right a little bit, make sure that...
You've always gone to your right very well.
Yeah, thank you. So the Budweiser Bowtie Bar, we talked about that a lot. It's a new feature this year at PNC Park, and again, it is available to the ticket holder. Anybody who walks in with a ticket, there's going to be an area available for you, and also an area for groups. And what a great way to have a group, whether it's a company outing or a big family get-together. Ground ball right back to J. Mack.
He's doing it today.
Angel Sanchez is out. You know, the only base runner that J. Mack has allowed was on a throwing error by Josh Harrison in the 3rd inning on a ground ball that he gobbled up behind second base, and would have been an out had he made a good throw. So he's been getting it done. A mixture of fly balls and ground balls.
And lots of strikes. Loving it.
And the batter is Brian Bogusevic, the right fielder. He flying to center first time. Up 0 for 1 today. Ball 1 up high. Well, Steve, again, the groups available not only the Budweiser Bowtie Bar, but they also have the regular group packages. You can call Raven and her staff at 1-800-BUY-BUCKS to talk about it. But There are some promotional games coming up this year.
Oh, give me a ticket for Sticks. That's my favorite. Love
Sticks.
Yeah, love Sticks.
2-0 is up in the air down the left field line, and over there to play it is Alex Presley for the out. 2 gone. Now another thing, just an insider's tip. Again, this is a new thing, so the fans haven't experienced it yet, but I'm just telling you to do it. Get ready to do it.
I won't tell anybody.
You don't tell anybody?
Yeah,
no,
I promise.
Don't tell people. Where the Budweiser Bow Tie Bar is, Root Sports has their new desk there. It's right near it. So it's just over from it. So when you're hanging out there during the game, after the game, come by and see where the Root Sports guys are.
Check them out
for the pre and post game shows. 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball into J.D. Martinez for a strike.
This is pretty impressive. Now you wonder, we were talking about maybe 4 innings for James McDonald, but nobody working the Pirate bullpen, and he's cooking. This is more important than you realize to have this kind of outing just for the good soul.
How about that? Put a lid on it. How do you like that from J-Mac? His second punch out. 1, 2, 3. Go the Astros in the top of the 4th as J-Mac is dealing here this afternoon in Florida. Pirates' spring theme is to finish what they started. This year they want a full season of strong baseball. Learn how they'll carry out this theme and more about the upcoming season on a new Inside Pirates Baseball 2012 season preview. Thursday at 6 o'clock on Root Sports. Looking forward to that. The Root Sports crew puts that program together each week. It is absolutely outstanding. And the Parrot has been ever present here in spring. He's seen a lot of his cousins, the Osprey, the Egrets, the
mid-season form.
A few vultures that hang around near the ballpark too. Garrett Jones takes that pitch, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, all kind of foul around here.
There's one up there. We've seen him. There's a lot of birds that like the.
Is that a hawk up on the right or an osprey?
Yeah, I think he's trying to talk himself into lunch. That one, a diving stop by Thurston, and he throws, gets Garrett Jones. Wow, what a play by Joe Thurston. Thurston was considered an outstanding prospect when he was coming up with the Dodgers originally, and they had assigned different instructors to work specifically with him during the summer, but he just never panned out as a regular everyday second baseman. With plays like that, I don't see why Houston doesn't like him in that role.
What a big league play. Terrific. They've turned 3 plays. I have circles around so far, so their defense has been fine.
Yep. Well, Jerry Royster, former Major League infielder, was one of those instructors that was with the Dodgers who was assigned specifically to work with Thurston for a season. And wherever he would go in the minor league cities, Jerry would follow him around. Jerry now is a third base coach with the Red Sox after a managing stint in Korea for a few years. But Joe was really a highly talented prospect. Had some issues with the bat, and that has kept him probably behind where he has wanted to be in his career.
3 good plays and then a little error of omission. Mr. Bogusevic could have been over by the Pirate dugout. That ball kind of blew back with a breeze that they've been seeing all day.
Navarro up in the air to right. Bogusevic waits. 2 down.
I shouldn't say Bogusevic. The first baseman, Brett Wallace, was going to have a play over by the Pirate dugout.
I want to say thanks to a few more folks who have renewed their season tickets for 2012, Steve. Mark Rush from Connellsville. Kevin Jones from Fombell.
I know where Fombell is. Yep. Right up the street, up north a little bit.
Up the street, up north?
Yep.
How far up the street?
Not all that far up on 79. You can get to Fombell pretty quickly out of the Berg.
Nick Palovas.
Let's say hello to Arlene Logan up there. Let's just. I'll get to it then.
While we have a moment.
Yeah, our good friend Arlene Logan, former babysitter, neat lady.
Nick Palovas from Weirton, West Virginia. Thank you, Nick, and Catherine Knight from Pittsburgh. Thanks again for renewing your 2012 season tickets. No balls and 1 strike, 2 down. McHenry now 0-2.
Out in front of a good major league changeup.
Having fun today in Bradenton. A lot of kids down here this month. It's been great to see that. All the kids that have been able to talk their parents into letting them out of school for a few days. Some here on spring break.
It has been a very busy spring here in the Bradenton area. The weather has been phenomenal, the best I've ever seen in 40 years. Plus, you know, for some people, not everybody, but for some people, the economy a little bit better. So it has been extremely busy around Bradenton, Florida.
To left field and a base hit for McHenry. 2-out single for the fourth. I'll bring up McDonald again. Pretty good swing here by Michael McHenry on this pitch.
Goes out there and gets a little cut slider, and turns it back around.
Good to see Michael McHenry swinging the bat well. It looks as though he will be the backup to Rod Barajas. Talked to Rod today about his 7th child being born during the spring training, his daughter Starlet. And says hello to his wife, who Rod says is having a blast right now. Loves the babies at that age.
It's a busy household.
Yeah, Starlet was born a couple weeks ago in San Diego. Rod left spring training to go down there, go over there, and then came back just a day or so later. 2-0 to McDonald. Now it's 3-0.
No question now that James is going to come out for the 5th inning. No activity in the Pirate bullpen. He's up at the plate.
Walked him on 4 pitches. 2 on, 2 out for the Pirates. McHenry over to second base and back to the top of the order, and Alex Presley. There is the bullpen, and kind of a relaxed atmosphere down to the bullpen. The numbers starting to dwindle a little bit, though, as the Pirates are starting to cut some guys. You see the guy right there with no name on the back. That's one of the guys over from minor league camp. That's Michael Doobie, right-handed pitcher. If they don't have the name on the back of the jersey, they're from minor league camp. And also you'll see them with the high black socks. That's a rule for the minor leaguers. They have to wear their socks like that.
Son of the pitching coach for the Phillies, right. Rich Doobie.
I'm guessing we'll see Michael on the plane to Philadelphia for the exhibition games next week. He came up last year, too. Alex Presley takes strike 1. What's your favorite part of spring training?
I actually like it when it gets started. You know, everybody's ready to go again after the off season, and everybody's happy to be down here. But also, be honest, I love being able to play golf in January.
Not bad.
Gee, did I say January? I meant March.
January, February, March.
It's all about research. All about research.
Steve comes down in January to begin his research for this season. We understand that.
Well, you need somebody. You need
work.
a point man down here in case anything breaks. You know, you got breaking stories. You got somebody embedded.
Steve's our advanced guy. But, you know, don't call him because he's probably golfing. Get a lot of concentration done on the golf course and a lot of good work done out there.
Yep.
I know.
I see a lot of great Pirate fans on the golf course.
These guys getting ready to head north, though. It's about this time, isn't it, from the player's standpoint?
As a player's standpoint, yeah, because it's kind of flat in the middle, especially if you got the club made. Now you're getting ready to get serious about it.
Left center field, fairly deep, ball carrying well, and over to make the play is J.D. Martinez. Pirates leave 2, and we'll head to the 5th in Florida when we come back.
Back at PNC Park, Rob King along with Lou DePauli, who is the Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer of the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Lou, you have something new, a new initiative this year called dynamic pricing. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, you bet, Rob. We've decided this year to take our bleacher GA seats. So those are in the left field, just in front of the Hall of Fame club, bleacher seats, and dynamically price them. So what that means is the price is going to vary every day depending on the demand for the game. And we're going to make those seats available for sale beginning 10 days prior to every home game. So just as an example, the tickets for the home opener, which is on April 5, will actually go on sale March 27th at 10 a.m. And the same thing will happen 10 days prior to every other home game. But if demand is strong, the price of the tickets will go up. If demand is a little bit softer, the price can actually go down. So it's hopefully an incentive for people to buy tickets early before the demand curve gets higher and the price goes up.
But also a chance for those people that maybe didn't buy a ticket to a game they wanted to go to jump in and say, aha, there is still a chance 10 days prior to get to go to that game.
Correct. I mean, that applies specifically to opening day. I mean, this will be your only chance at this point to get tickets for the opening day other than buying a season ticket, which we hope people are calling in today buying season ticket packages for. But these 1,400 tickets will be the last opportunity they'll have to get into the home opener. So it's a very exciting, something new that we've seen a lot of other professional sports teams use, and we figured we'd stick our toe in the water this year, see how it works.
All right, Lou, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right, Tim and Steve, now back to you in Bradenton.
All right, Rob, thank you very much, and thanks to Lou. Along with Steve Blass, Tim Neverett. Top of the 5th inning, 2-0 Pirates. James McDonald pitching to Brent Wallace, the first baseman. He fouls it back.
On goes the continuing story of James McDonald. Has worked 4 scoreless innings, has given up no hits, and has retired the side in order 3 of the 4 frames that he's been out there. This is a developing story for James.
Foul ball hit Wallace. So he's got 2 strikes on him. Important that J-Mac gets ahead of the hitters and stays ahead. Not only does he want to have a long outing, but he doesn't want to have long innings. And I think if you have short innings, you have a long outing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. But long innings can create short outings.
Well, he has retired the Astros in order in 3 of the 4 innings prior to this one. That's a ripped foul. See the number under the scoreboard, 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Use it today. We have operators standing by at our PNC Park offices in Pittsburgh, working hard on a Saturday, answering any questions for you about high demand games or promotional nights or group sales, season tickets, partial season ticket plans.
Yeah, and the thing is, all those things are available, but don't feel like if you call that number that you're going to have to buy something. You can get information, make decisions down the road. We'd love to have you make a decision now. But get the information you need and sift it through, talk it over with your folks, your friends, your family. See what you come up with.
20 or more fans constitutes a group. It's a great activity. Certainly be a home run with your group. You bring them to a Bucks game. Perfect place for your company, your church group, your youth sports team, civic organization, any other group that you're involved in. Can even be a great way to have a family reunion. Bring them to the ballpark. A couple of great packages that have been real standbys. And you see a lot of the hats down here. And you see a lot of the Clemente shirts from time to time down here. But yeah, you get a Pirates cap on the hats off package, and for the Clemente package, which is appropriately priced at $21 per person, you get a Roberto Clemente replica jersey. So you want to call today and get that. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Just get the information if you're thinking about getting a group together. Those games are a lot of fun. We see them all over baseball. You see big groups together. Of course, we see a lot of them in Pittsburgh. Our group sales department does a great job accommodating people, and it's just so much fun when you go to a game with that many people you know. Up in the air to left, and Matt Downs flies out to Alex Presley. 2 gone in the Astros' 5th.
You're seeing a guy that's in control of his ball game. You almost feel it when the pitcher is out there and he's dealing. He's not hoping to do well and make good pitches. He's expecting to, and James is enjoying that kind of an afternoon. 1 base runner so far.
Ray Searage.
Yeah, he's
taking
loving
good
that.
Notes.
Yep.
The pride of West Liberty. Hall of Famer Ray Searage. Just missed down and in to Jason Castro. Castro's been the only man to reach base for Houston this afternoon on a throwing error by Josh Harrison in the 3rd inning. Two balls, no strikes to Castro. Official game time temperature today, 83 degrees and climbing. Two and 1 to Castro.
Strong breeze still blowing straight out to center field.
And this is up in the air to left. Should be an easy play for Presley. And how about this for James McDonald? He's retired the Astros 3 in a row. 4 out of 5 innings. big deal, and you need to get in on it. Like us on Facebook at Root Sports Pit, and you can stay connected with all of our local teams and other passionate fans like yourself. So what are you waiting for? Show us how you root on Facebook. And let's go Bucks. Steve's all over Facebook.
Yep.
Let's take a look at our Allegheny General Hospital sports medicine injury update. Painter Alvarez left Thursday's game against the Tampa Bay Rays with discomfort and inflammation in his left knee day to day, out of action through the weekend as a precautionary measure. He was taking ground balls today without restriction.
And batting practice. So Pedro's baseball activities are still full, but just keeping him out of action. And talking to Jeff Branson, AAA hitting coach, who was part of the major league staff during spring training. And what do you suppose they're talking about? Hitting. that swing.
That's what you talk about with the hitting coach. I remember Branson, pretty good player, and spent a lot of time in the minor leagues, but he could hit.
Yep. You see him with Cincinnati Reds for a time.
So 2-0 Pirates lead, in the story so far, James McDonald.
Absolutely terrific. 1 base runner allowed through 5 innings.
Josh Harrison 2 for 2, a double, a single, and a run scored. Swings at the first pitch and skies it to the right side. Wind may keep it in play, and it does for Joe Thurston. So Harrison is out. 1 out. See the wind blowing out. And oftentimes it'll blow it toward left center field, and that ball was blown toward center field, kept it in play. Otherwise, that would have been in the seats.
And I'm looking down at the Pirate bullpen. There's nobody loosening up down there, Tim. That's a very, very good sign. They might have James out there for 1 more inning. He's been that efficient. That could change momentarily, but right now, quiet bullpen.
Well, no one's in a hurry. Everybody's enjoying it.
That is great. You know, you want to stretch out things as much as you can within the comfort levels.
Tabata, hot shot off the glove of Angel Sanchez,
who wanted no part of it.
And Tabata with a big turn. He's aboard, and that'll be a base hit for Jose Tabata.
And Sanchez tried to take it side saddle, but he didn't want to get the body in front of that one. That ball was tattooed.
Angel Sanchez unable to make the play, but because of the way that ball was hit, scored a base hit.
You know, those guys that take that play, and it's not an easy play, obviously. The ball was hit in a short hop, but they want to take it on the side. It looks great when they get it, and then they don't look so great when the ball doesn't work into the glove.
Andrew McCutcheon's 0 for 1 with a walk. We'll see how long Mr. Tabata stays at first base. Again, we talked about the running game, Steve. We've been witnessing it here in spring training.
Yep.
Pirates want to run. They've got speed at the top of the order this year, and even at the bottom at times. But they want to run. Two 2-0 to Andrew McCutcheon.
Base on balls last time up for Andrew.
Just to get you caught up in case you joined us late for any reason, A.J. Burnett today through live batting practice. 40 pitches. So basically had it set up so he would throw 2 innings with a break in between. And reports very, very positive afterward.
Yep.
And after his outing, A.J. Burnett had this to say.
I'm definitely close. I'm closer now than I was when I got hurt. But it's part of it. You know, they have a schedule, and we're going to follow it the best we can. Obviously, you know, it's all in pencil, though. That's a good thing. But, yeah, it was good. It was fun. It was fun. I had defense behind me. The guys were chirping. Feedback from the hitters was great.
Yeah, live. It was live. It wasn't just BP where you're just lobbing the ball in. It was. They tried to simulate a game situation under control, of course, but just had to feel good for him to get out there.
2-1 to McCutcheon. Ripped, just foul. Boy, did he belt that one.
They talk about seeing the ball well. Andrew, from day one in spring training, seems to be seeing the ball well. Just hook this one a little bit.
Such quick hands. Two and two. Weiland ready to go now. The 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. There goes Talbot, and a ground ball toward the middle. Sanchez able to get one at second base. Thurston the relay, and a double play. That ball hit in the only spot they could have turned to him. 2-0 Pirates after 5. James McDonald, a 2-0 lead. All zeros across for the Astros. We'll face Joe Thurston to lead off the top of the 6th. And this one in the air to right center. McCutchen ranging over, and with great speed makes an outstanding catch. Boy, speed kills.
Well, sweet cheese on a stick. You got to love this thing. He just outruns the baseball. And that's just a preview of what you're going to see during the season. Check it out. Come out and see it in person. He simply outruns the baseball. That ball was tattooed. That had 2 or 3 bases written all over it. Fun stuff.
1 out in the 6th. The new hitter batting in the 9 spot for Kyle Weiland. It's Travis Buck. Buck normally an outfielder, so Weiland's day is done. So he went 5 innings, and relatively speaking, he pitched pretty well. Gave up 2 runs in the first, scattered a couple of hits here and there, but you know, you give up 2 runs in a game, I don't think it's that bad of a performance. So the 25-year-old right-hander Weiland is out. Gave up 6 hits in those 2 earned runs and walked 1. And he struck out 1. Travis Buck behind the count, 0-2. Steve, you got to like this and appreciate this as a pitcher. Only 1 3-ball count today. James has been in.
He's been that efficient, and that's why he's still out there. Still nothing happening in the Pirate bullpen that I can see. But a couple well-hit balls. The ball that Andrew tracked down, obviously, but then the ball pulled foul. But boy, you love seeing that with your starter in the 6th inning in a spring training game.
0-2. Loop to shallow center, and that's the first hit of the day.
And it was off a broken bat.
Here's how James McDonald's day has looked so far. And just giving up his first hit. Comes here in the 6th. Starts the game with a called strike on J.B. Shuck. Called strike 3, that is. He had a little defense as well. He had to come off the mound to make this play. But he has been able to hit his spots. He's been able to take care of business himself with the glove sometimes.
Perfecta in the outside corner. James McDonald.
Very positive sign his performance today. J.B. Shuck takes a strike. He's 0 for 2. We just showed him striking out looking to start the ball game, and then in his next at bat in the 3rd inning, he flied out to center field. Joe Thurston robbed of extra bases by Andrew McCutchen to start the inning. And the broken bat single by Travis Buck becomes just the 2nd Astros base runner today. First one was Jason Castro in the 3rd inning. He reached on a throwing error by Josh Harrison. (1-1) to J.B. Shuck. Trying the breaking ball and missed. And that breaking ball that he throws to, Steve, is not your average looking curve. It's a spiked curve where that first index finger is almost held like a knuckleball.
Yeah, they used to call it the knuckle curve. It just gets a lot of overspin on it.
He's got really big hands, and he's able to do that pretty effectively. There goes the runner. Had a good jump, too. Throw down by McHenry, not nearly in time.
No chance.
Stolen base for Travis Buck.
The thing is, when you take a look at the Pirates starting rotation, you know A.J. Burnett, you know what great stuff he has. But when you go down the line in terms about pure stuff, James McDonald is up near the top. And it's being thrown over the plate. And that's the combination. You can have great stuff if you don't throw it over the plate. You got an issue. But he's dealing today. Fun to watch.
It's his fishing buddy right there now. His new fishing buddy, A.J. Burnett. Eric Bedard, the opening day starter. Jeff Karstens will go next, and J-Mac will have the 3rd spot. Kevin Correa will be the 4th starter, and Charlie Morton likely will be the 5th starter. But right now, it appears as though the Pirates are set to go with just 4 to start the season due to the way the schedule is. They won't need a 5th starter till later in the month of April. 3-1. This poke foul. I talked to Charlie Morton. He felt great yesterday. He said his next outing, he thinks he's going to throw about 90 pitches. Threw 55 in the game yesterday, and then went out on the side and threw 15 more to get up to 70.
4 scoreless innings for Charlie. And the Pirates are loving this, what they're seeing from James, because you know, you hope you put the right combination of starters. Do we leave Morton out for a while? Do we do something else? And they're feeling good about including James in that group. What he's done today. Now, what you're careful of now in this situation, they've stretched him out pretty good. We're in the 6th inning, so if he struggles, he's got 1 out, he's got a man on base, he's still doing fine. But should he lose this man or walk him, it might change things down in the bullpen.
Fly ball to right. Drifting back is Tabata. And the runner will stay at second base. Nice throw by Tabata into Walker at second. 2 men out now for Houston.
Comfortable for Jose.
Just a rifle shot chest high to Walker.
Well, sometimes you take a chance because the guy's always going to bluff from second base to draw a throw, and sometimes if he gets careless coming back when he has no intention of going to third, if he gets careless, you got the ball right there.
The Astros shortstop Angel Sanchez. 2 outs, runner at second base, and a strike.
What you're looking for James now is just to put a lid on this thing. Keep it clean. It's been beautifully clean. Just don't let it have a ragged ending. You don't want to take any of the luster off this outing. Get one more, James, and it's probably going to be about it.
0-1. Breaking ball.
Oh, come on. That's well, I wanted that. I guess that's pretty obvious.
Steve, how did you feel about this pitch right here?
Let me tell you. Well, you're going to get some of those. You're not going to get enough.
He might get the next one, though. 1 ball of 2 strikes.
Comes right back to stay out in front in the count. Yeah. Not just the overall effectiveness, but the way he has put it together with all the strikes. Uncle Ray's got to be liking it.
1-2, little bouncer to short. Harrison got him. Another scoreless inning for James McDonald. He's given up just one hit this afternoon. Spring is in the air. Catch our last 2012 Pirates spring training game from Bradenton when the Bucks take on the Baltimore Orioles. It starts Monday at 6:30 right here on Root Sports. It's the lone night game at McKechnie Field. They have one a year here in downtown McKechnie. And that's on Monday, our final telecast of spring training before opening day. And another piece of Pirates news. In case you hadn't heard, next month, that book right there comes out.
There you go.
Steve Blass, A Pirate for Life, co-written by Eric Sherman.
Too late to turn back now. Too late to turn back.
I know. Too many people have read your story. It's out there, Steve.
It's been a lot of fun working with Eric. He's done a terrific job, and very excited about it.
You look just like you do in the book cover. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Actually, you can get pre-orders right now on Amazon.com. They're already taking orders for the book. A lot of Pirate fans are going to want to read that. And as much as Steve's wrist would get sore, hand would get sore signing the autographs, I'm sure you'd be happy to sign every copy somebody throws at you.
Absolutely. It's been very exciting. Looking forward to having it out.
Neil Walker takes strike one. Switch hitter now batting right-handed against the lefty Wesley Wright. No balls and a strike to Neal. He is 1 for 2. A 2-run base hit in the first inning, responsible for both Pirate runs. Pops this one up right side. Thurston way out. Coming in Travis Buck, the new right fielder. But Thurston makes the catch. Let's check our Barrel Automotive League leaders. And as we do, we talk about Pirates spring leaders in home runs. Matt Haig, who has turned into quite a story here. Will he make it or will he not? Starling Marte, who is still a youngster, he had those 3 home runs early, has 3. Pedro Alvarez, along with Jake Fox, Garrett Jones, and Andrew McCutchen, with 2 each.
You talk about an early story for the Pirates. Starling Marte, very, very impressive. It's one of those situations where you're thinking, not if, but when he becomes a Pirate. Just a blue chip prospect. Impressed everybody with his time in the big league camp.
And Jones in the air to right center. Coming on his Buck right in front of Bogusevic, who has moved over to center field, and there are 2 out. So Buck is in right. Bogusevic is in center. Landon Powell is the new catcher, catching the new pitcher Wesley Wright. And Marwin Gonzalez has taken over for Angel Sanchez at short for Houston. Well, we just told you about the Monday night telecast. It's a good thing because it'll give Pirates fans one last chance to see the opening day starter Eric Bedard pitch before he pitches against the Phillies in the opener April 5th at PNC.
Getting ready.
Navarro takes ball 1. This will be the 3rd opening day start for Bedard. You had 3.
I had 3. It's a thrill. It's an honor when they tell you you're going to lead off a season. It's a big deal for a pitcher, and I had a chance to do it 3 times. One time against Tom Seaver, and we both went 9 innings. Opening day 1969. Coming from Florida up in the cold, felt good that day, but the next day, a little sore.
A little sore, I'll bet.
Yeah, you're not hurting sore, but you're feeling it all over the muscles because it's an extended outing after the warm weather.
Did you out-hit him that day?
No, I did not, but we both left. I think the score was tied 2-2 when we both left. Oh. It is a treat when the manager gives you the ball.
Here's a 2-1. Inside corner. 2-2. So you had one against Tom Seaver.
I can't remember. It was 69 and then 73. I didn't start after we won the World Series. I had 3 of them.
Base hit, Navarro.
Nice job. Taking the ball the opposite way. Nice concentration after you weren't too happy about the previous pitch being called a strike. Pitch is outside. You don't try to pull it. You hit it and find the hole between first and second. Nice work. It's good technique.
Michael McHenry had a solid single to left field his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Grounded to third in the 2nd inning. 2-0 Pirates, batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. Wesley Wright deals a strike. So the starter Weiland went 5 innings, gave up 2 earned runs on 6 hits, walked 1, struck out 1. Now Wesley Wright takes over.
And wonder if we can get another shot of the Pirate bullpen. I don't know if I can see everything down there, but I still don't see anybody warming up from our angle here.
Ground ball toward the hole. Gonzalez picks it up. Get the force at second base, and that'll do it for the Pirates. No runs a hit. And a man left. We're on to the 7th inning at McKechnie Field. 2-0 Buccos.
Here on Root Sports, we're coming to you from PNC Park. We'll get you back to Bradenton in a moment. We're with Travis Apple, the Director of New Business Development with the Pirates. And Travis, tell us a little bit about some of the season plans you have going on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, some of our biggest plans, we incorporated a few new value plans this year for the full season basis for all 81 games. You can actually sit within 20 rows of the field down either first or third base line. You pay $16.04 a ticket. They're 28 face value. So just for $1,299, we have value plans all the way up to the upstairs where you pay $4.93 a game. There's a max of 500 in each location, so you need to buy now to guarantee your seat for all the biggest games, the fireworks, the opening day, and the Sky Blasts.
Travis, how about people that say, well, I don't want to go to necessarily every game, but I want to go to more than just the occasional game? Are there kind of partial plans or something?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we have half-season plans that include opening day, the 13 weekend, so every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as well as a few interleague games, so it's a 41-game plan. We also have partial plans that are 20-game plans. We have a 20-game Saturday plan that includes opening day and all of the Saturdays of the season and some Fridays. And then we also have a 20-game Sunday and weekday. We even have plans going down to 10-game plans as well.
All right, Travis, thanks very much.
All right, thank you.
All right, now back to Bradenton and Tim and Steve. Guys.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Travis. 2-0 Pirates, top of the 7th. Here's James McDonald back out there. Induces a swinging strike from Brian Bogusevic. And you can.
I'm trying not to gush too much about James McDonald, but this is pretty impressive.
Pretty good, isn't it? Pretty good. Twirling a one-hitter so far. Had a no-hitter broken up in the 6th by a pinch hitter, Travis Buck, a broken bat looper into the outfield.
And I don't think he's going to be able to talk him into one more inning because we're starting to get some activity in the bullpen. He's probably been pleading his case in the dugout and winning his case.
I think it's a pitch count thing too. Remember, away from everybody, he threw 75 pitches in 5 innings of work Monday afternoon against the Phillies AAA team over in Clearwater. And so he's looking at about a 90-pitch outing here this afternoon. That's why he's into the 7th. He's had some quick innings. He got the Astros 1, 2, 3 in the 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th innings, and he hasn't faced more than 4 men in an inning. Got 4 to the plate in the 3rd and 4 in the 6th. 2-2 on Brian Bogusevic. Again, we've been showing you all day the number for tickets and ticket information just under the score in your upper left-hand corner of the screen. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. And great promotional games this year. And here's a rip to right field, and Jose Tabata will play it on a bounce. So you look at Fan Jam, 2 of them this year. And how about those acts? Boys to Men. Tell you what, Boys to Men, they've sold more than 60 million albums worldwide, 4-time Grammy winners, most successful musical group of the 1990s. And then Daughtry, who got his start with his band on American Idol and has had a #1 album. Skyblast, Styx, they taught the world how to speak Japanese, how to say thank you at least. Dome arigato, Mr. Roboto. Along with a lot of other great hits from Styx, and don't forget Lifehouse.
Good lineup.
5 million albums sold for Lifehouse. That's on September 29th against the Cincinnati Reds. Have you already locked up your space in the booth that night after the game for Styx?
Oh yeah, that's a done deal. Ball getting away from Michael. I will be there until the last note is sung. By the way, a little note: James McDonald did not pitch 7 innings until August 4th last year. Here we are, a little past the middle of March.
Operators taking your phone calls today. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Get your tickets for the premier games. Saturday, June 9th against the Kansas City Royals. Saturday, July 7th against the Giants. Runner goes. McHenry throws down, and Bogusevic has himself a stolen base.
Okay, the only minus for James is that both runners that have taken off have had massive jumps. So not that that's the primary issue, but it is something that he's going to have to be aware of. See the stretch? There's maybe 5, 6, 7 steps before James releases the ball, and there's no chance for a catcher to get anybody at second base when they've got that big a lead, big a jump. J.D.
Martinez bounces one towards short. That'll advance the runner. Navarro, who's now at short, who has flip-flopped with Harrison, throws out Martinez. So a runner at third base now, with Martinez grounding out. Navarro getting some time at short. Harrison over at third base. Again, just a reminder on the other dates. Styx will be in August 11th against the San Diego Padres. Well, they're not playing the Padres. They're playing after the Padres. And Pirates, Come Sail Away, Too Much Time on My Hands, Renegade, Lady, Babe. I mean, how many hits did they have?
Lots of them.
So that's Saturday, August 11th. Make your plans before they sell out. And these games do sell a lot of tickets, and the number of sellouts last year to Fan Jam and Skyblast, you want to make your plans early, get them in hand early. And Lifehouse on the 29th, as we mentioned, September. Strike call to Brett Wallace, the first baseman. There are some popular giveaway nights as well. You want to make sure you have your tickets for May 12th against these Houston Astros. It'll be Joel Hanrahan All-Star Bobblehead Night. It's the only bobblehead night of the entire season. There's only one of them. No ball, 1 strike pitch.
Close. This game having a little bit of the look that we saw yesterday when the Pirates led 2-1 going into the 9th inning. They got that 2-run home run. They gave up a solo shot, so it was 2-1 going into the 9th. And we're kind of heading down a similar road.
Chris Resop starting to loosen up. One out, man at third for Houston. 1-1 pitch. And this one to center field. This should get the run in. So the stolen base has an effect. Bogusevic will come in to score. Sacrifice fly by Wallace. His 7th run batted in this spring. And that scores Bogusevic from third, and now it is 2-1.
Okay, that leaves things still very, very clean for James. The 0 is gone, but nobody on the base pass. Needs one more out to put a cap on a very, very strong outing.
Special hellos to some new season ticket holders, Steve. This one is hooked down the left field side, and that will go foul into the bullpen.
Yeah. James Fosbrink from Pittsburgh, Dennis Flynn from Pittsburgh, James Gottler, hope I pronounce it right, from Warrendale, William O'Neill from Freedom. Thank you so much for caring about your buccos.
1 ball and 1 strike to Matt Downs, the third baseman. And if you're going to get some new ticket packages or order some tickets today, you get them in early enough, they can relay them to us here in Florida. Relay them your name, and the one and only Steve Blass may just say it. This one's up in the air to right field. Tabata will make the catch, so a run comes in, and we are at stretch time, middle of the 7th. And we're going to take you around McKechnie Field, let you experience the sights and sounds of spring training during our 7th inning stretch. April 5th at PNC Park, the Philadelphia Phillies and the Buccos. It'll be Eric Bedard starting against Roy Halladay. It'll be Halladay's 10th opening day start. Bedard's 3rd. 0-1 on opening day for Bedard, 4-3 for Roy Halladay. And see the earned run averages at the bottom there. That's our day automotive matchup. Opening day, April 5th. It's just around the corner. It's sneaking up, Steve.
It is. Coming around the corner.
1 week from tomorrow, the Pirates will vacate Florida after an exhibition game in Dunedin against the Toronto Blue Jays. It's on an airplane straight to Philadelphia for what the Phillies call the on-deck series. 2 night games in Philly to wrap up the exhibition part of the season. Then a day off in Pittsburgh April 4th. And then a special day. That's the rite of passage that leads you into summer. Opening day.
It's a great day. It is a great day. Baseball's back. Let's add on to this program. We're talking about being ahead 2-1 late yesterday. Here we are again. Pirates are going to try to add on against Fernando Rodriguez. Time out of the Houston bullpen last year. Former Los Angeles Angel.
Well, there are changes for the Astros. Former Bucko Brian Bixler now being groomed as a utility man. He was a former shortstop. He's playing left field. Justin Ruggiano is in center field. It's Casey McGee takes his spot in the batter's box, hitting in the 9th spot for the pitcher McDonald. McGee, 3 balls and no strikes. Scott Moore is the new third baseman. There's Bixler. And there's a strike called. McGee might have vacated the batter's box a little too early for home plate umpire Will Little's liking. You notice he called that strike a little late. Don't show up the umpire. It'll come back to bite you.
You need to make the umpire your friend, whether you're pitching or hitting.
And again, McGee thought it was ball 4, and again it was called strike 2. Now, the only regular major league umpire on this crew is one of the base umpires, Wally Bell.
I would say, Casey, if this ball's anywhere close, you better take a rip at it.
And he did, and he struck out. So Casey McGee not very happy with that at bat. Did not work out well for him.
Got to get Casey out of sales. Tried to sell that program twice, didn't work.
Mike Hessman is the new first baseman. I mentioned Scott Moore at third. Here's Nate McLeod batting for Alex Presley. Nice to have Nate back. 2-0.
Nice for us and nice for Nate. He's a happy bucko.
Well, you go back and look at that trade that was made with Atlanta. Now it looks extremely one-sided because not only is Charlie Morton here and pitching well right now, McLeod hits one down the right field line, and this will be caught by Travis Buck for the out. But you've got Jeff Locke, who is a serious prospect to pitch in AAA. Gorkis Hernandez, who is considered perhaps the best defensive center fielder in the system. And then you get McLeod back. McLeod was sent there for those guys. Now they're all here. So you look at that trade and you look at the trade that they made with the Yankees a few years ago, sending Xavier Nady and Damaso Marte over, and the guys who were here, Ross Ollendorf still not, he's with the Red Sox now, but some of the other guys who were here as a result, look at Tabata, Daniel McCutcheon. That deal worked out pretty well.
Tip of the cap to Neil Huntington and his staff.
On ball, 1 strike, 2 down, bottom of the 7th, in a 2-1 ball game. Pirates get their 2 runs in the bottom of the 1st inning. Neil Walker with an RBI single, scoring both Harrison and Alex Presley. And that has been it for the scoring for the Pirates so far. They have had men on base in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th innings with single base hits, but haven't bunched any hits together since they had the 3-hit bottom of the 1st. Strike 3 called, and Josh Harrison strikes out. Fernando Rodriguez faces 3, strikes out 2. Chris Resop next on the hill for the Pirates.
with Brian Sierra, the Senior Director of Marketing and Special Events for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And Brian, we talked a little bit earlier about Saturdays. How about Friday nights? What's going on this year?
We're bringing back the popular Free Shirt Friday, so all fans that come to the games get a unique Pirates T-shirt when they come through the gate. But we want fans to come early and enjoy the Federal Street block parties. We have bands and live music, food and beverage, games to play, a lot of fun prior to the game, and then you come through the gate and you get your T-shirt.
All right, how about Sundays? Sundays are always a fun day to bring the family down there.
Right. Sundays are kids' days. It's like a tailgate on the street for kids on Sunday. You've got the inflatable attractions, face painters, things to do before the game, see our mascots, the Pirate Parrot, the pierogies, and then after the game, come down to the field and run the bases.
All right, so a lot of fun going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at PNC Park all season long. For Brian Sierra, I'm Rob King. Now back to Bradenton. Tim and Steve have the call. Guys?
All right, more on the Kids' Day, Steve. Those are great. They're outstanding. The kids have a great time on Federal Street prior to the game. There's a big bounce house out there. And, of course, the parrot is always very, very big with the Kids' Days Sundays. Let's go out to right field, in the Pirate bullpen, where Stan Savard is standing by with James McDonald, who had an outstanding game.
Thank you, Tim. No matter what location we're in, we've got the star of the game, James McDonald. I know your plan was to go 6 innings or 90 pitches. You exceeded the innings, and you didn't throw anywhere near 90 pitches. Did you surprise yourself by exceeding and going 7 innings?
I didn't surprise myself. That's the goal I set myself, to be more efficient with my pitches. And really, the goal of spring training was, Ray told all the pitchers, is try to, get contact or have something happen within 3 pitches, and I just focus on keeping the ball down in the zone and, making those guys swing.
In conjunction with that, James, you didn't go 7 innings until late in the season last year. Is that one of the things you're trying to do? Be more efficient, and you can last longer in games and get the ball to the bullpen.
The longer I go, the fresher the bullpen is going to be day in and day out. So if I can hand in the ball in the 7th, 8th, or just throw a complete game, it's only going to make our team better and stronger. So that's one of the goals I'm focused on this year, is to go deeper in the games.
Were you aware you hadn't given up a hit?
Not really. I'm thinking spring training. I just keep thinking, keep my focus, keep doing what I'm doing. And then when they start clapping, I'm kind of like, why are they clapping? And I looked up like, oh, I got a hit.
Last thing, James, I know in spring training for a veteran you're working on things, but now with your first start 2 weeks from tomorrow, are you beginning to think about getting ready for the regular season and not, quote, just working on things?
Yeah, now you're pretty much trying to put everything together. First pitch breaking balls, back-to-back breaking balls. Try to work on things that you need to work on to get ready for the season now, not just to get going again. So once I get going, it's more enough, compete now. It's time to get out.
Thank you, James. Outstanding performance.
Thank you.
All right, that is Pirate starter James McDonald, and like you said, Steve, you've got to be greatly encouraged. He is a major component in the Pirates starting rotation.
Absolutely, Stan. It's good to hear from James, and good to see what he did. He was just so efficient. As we watched the first out here in the top of the 8th, he was ahead in the count through all his pitches. I loved a lot of the curveballs he threw. I'm not sure how many change-ups I saw, maybe less than a handful. But he was in charge of this baseball game, and on top of everything else, just that feel, knowing you're out there and you're controlling the ball game, everything is on you, and you're getting it done. That's a good way to have a great Saturday afternoon for the Pirates and James McDonald. Great stuff.
Good numbers for McDonald today. Nice to see him. We talked about it prior to the game, Steve, the fact that he wanted to go deep. That's the story of what his season wants to be this year. Joe Thurston bunts it right into the glove of Reesop. Quickly 2 gone.
Yeah, I wasn't aware that he was going to stretch it out, and that was the plan. So when he got out there for the 6th, okay, I was pretty impressed. And then he went out for the 7th, so it wasn't so much out of the range of the initial plan, and I wasn't quite aware of that. So yeah, he did the plan, then did a little bit extra, and just a great thing to see from one of your starters. One of the goals that we used to have as starters, at least one time, try to get 7 innings again toward the end of spring training. Well, James accomplished that, and that was exactly what you wanted to see.
Travis Buck takes strike 1.
Chris Reesop not missing a beat. Strikeout, handles the bunt. It's been a good spring for Chris. 4 outings, 5 innings, just a couple of earned runs and just 1 walk. Love to see the control.
Quickly gets ahead of Buck, 0-2. Had a visit with Chris today in the clubhouse, and he said he feels very, very good physically. Likes where he is right now.
he's in a good place, as they like to say.
They like to say that. There's all kinds of different ways to say, yep, I'm good. I'm all right.
Feeling okay. Everything's good.
Chris, good guy. That was a great pickup, I think, from the Atlanta Braves a couple of seasons back. It's worked out very well for both the Pirates and Chris.
Yeah, and we haven't seen anything to take away his chances of being a part of that Pirate bullpen. This hasn't hurt his place at all to this point that I've seen. Still a couple of decisions to be made in the bullpen, but I think Chris Resop is feeling pretty good about where he is.
Good work for Chris Resop. He gets 2 strikeouts. That one looking against Travis Buck. Kids Day Sundays, a great thing to do. Bring your kids out to PNC Park for those special Sunday afternoons.
Pirates game on Root Sports is brought to you by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go, Bucks!
Along with Steve Blasek, Jim Everett of McKechnie Field in Bradenton. Pirates with a 2-1 lead going to the bottom of the 8th inning. And new pitcher for the Astros is a local guy from Morgantown, West Virginia. Lives in Fairmont, West Virginia now. David Carpenter.
Yep, made his debut for the Astros in the big leagues last year. Did a good job. Worked out of their bullpen. Called up and stayed up.
Yep, he was a former catcher at the University of West Virginia for the Mountaineers. Was an all Big East catcher. And now had to make that adjustment. Seeing pitches from the other side. Delivers ball 1 to Jose Tabata.
Talking about if I move Jones back, Jones is playing him and move him back.
Tabata today 1 for 3. 2-0. Carpenter doesn't need a glove, I guess, catching with his bare hand. I hope you take advantage of the ticket opportunities today and get some information. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. Anybody purchasing a ticket plan of 20 games or more, or booking a group in the Budweiser Bowtie Bar during this broadcast, will receive an autographed Andrew McCutchen baseball. Again, we're in the bottom of the 8th, so you might want to pick up the phone now if you haven't yet. You can get yourself an autographed Andrew McCutchen baseball. Diving stop by Scott Moore. On to first, too late. Base hit. Second hit for Tabata. After the game, don't touch that remote. You'll miss Pirates postgame. See what Clint Hurdle has to say about the game, plus much more. It's all coming up next right here on Root Sports. Plus, Stan came all the way down to Florida. Make sure you stay tuned and watch Stan.
There you go.
That's a long trip. He had to be pried away from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's stick around. You'll learn some very valuable information on the Buccos. And of course, James McDonald, big part of the story today. Pirates looking for some insurance. They scored 2 in the bottom of the first inning. Neil Walker has driven in the only 2 Pirate runs today with a 2-out single, scoring Presley and Harrison. Harrison a double. He's got the only extra base hit for the Pirates.
Yep. Starting to stretch some of these regulars out, give them a bunch of at-bats in some of these games. They'll mix and match that approach. Igarashi warming up in the Pirate bullpen.
McCutchen follows it back. Still looking for a hit. He popped out to third, walked, and hit into an inning-ending 6-4-3 double play in the 5th.
Wouldn't mind getting a little wiggle room here if we can move Mr. Talbot around the base pass.
To Igarashi, former New York Met, and for a long time, for 10 years, starred in Japan with the Yakult Swallows. Talbot off of first, the throw by Carpenter back over. Carpenter got to pitch in Pittsburgh at PNC Park last year. A lot of folks from the Morgantown area came to see him.
Had to be a thrill.
1-1. Wow, right past McCutchen.
A little hard ball.
Reached back. $17 sellouts last year. 9 of 13 Saturday games during the year sold out. So if you want to come to some Saturday games, call, find out the availability. There's other high demand games. We've told you about the Fan Jam and Sky Blast nights. There goes Talbot. Pitch inside for a ball. Throw it down, and he got it. A perfect throw by Landon Powell right into the glove of the second baseman, Jordan Creek, and basically Talbot tagged himself out.
Quick release. Yep. Kind of textbook stuff by the Astro catcher. Quick release, right on the money.
The second baseman some credit for hanging on to that ball.
Yeah, he had a cleated shoe trying to dig it out of his glove.
Count full now to McCutchen. David Carpenter, the 4th pitcher used by Brad Mills today. Right-hander ready to deliver the payoff. That's ball 4, and for the second time, Andrew McCutchen has walked. One out and one on for the Pirates, and that'll bring up Neil Walker. There's Brad Mills, former bench coach with the Boston Red Sox under Terry Francona, and this is his first full-time big league managerial situation. He was a AAA manager for the Dodgers for a season for the Las Vegas 51s. Walker batting left-hander. So Mills really getting accustomed to National League ball, and next year goes back to being an American League manager. The way that schedule is going to work, Steve, there'll be interleague play all year long. It won't be just, June. Where we see June, the Astros going to the American League West. The National League Central will now have 5 teams as of next year instead of the 6 now. 0-2 to Walker.
With live fastballs from David Carpenter. Getting the idea how he was changed from a catcher to a pitcher. That's a strong arm.
Stretch by Carpenter, in the 0-2 coming to Walker. And he got him. Just caught a piece of it into the glove of Landon Powell. Pirates made some more roster moves today. Jordy Mercer reassigned, optioned rather, to AAA and reassigned to minor league camp. Chiron Martis, the pitcher, Jojo Reyes and Doug Slayton, the left-handed pitchers, and catcher Jose Morales. They're starting to cut down.
So what did that leave the viable catching candidates? McHenry, obviously, Eric Fryer for position in back of.
Right. McCutchen takes off, and he is safe. Stolen base. changeup. Shortstop Gonzalez could not get the tag on him in time, although pretty good throw.
They almost got
in the armpit.
Well, the ball tailing back from the catcher toward McCutchen helped them have the opportunity to get the out call. They didn't get it.
The Pirates now with 34 players left in camp. After the latest round of cuts, 17 pitchers. 2 of them are non-roster guys, 4 catchers, and 2 of those are non-roster invites. 9 infielders, and 4 outfielders remaining. I think the outfielders are done. I think they're set. McCutchen leading the way. Presley, Talbot, and McLeod. Those are the 4 outfielders they'll head north with. 2-0 pitch to Garrett Jones. Time is called. Be interesting to see how the bench comes into play. Josh Harrison, strong candidate. Matt Haig becoming a stronger candidate.
And that's kind of a spin-off of the Alvarez situation.
Michael Navarro trying to make it as a utility guy. You still have Nick Evans here, former Met.
You got to throw into the mix the Garrett Jones scenario, first base and outfield.
Hasn't taken off the first base glove much since he's been down here.
No.
Fouls it back. 2-1.
But we have seen him out there.
Saw him out there a lot last year in right. Pedro Alvarez, who is shut down from game activity through the weekend, will be back more than likely Monday night. He has not hit the ball the way he had hoped to this spring in terms of average. Power-wise, he's done okay with 2 home runs.
Short trip over to Sarasota with the Orioles. Or, I'm sorry, even shorter. The Orioles come over here.
It's right here.
It's real short.
I was going to say, if you're walking over there, don't step on a stingray. It was really nice of you to save that group of nuns from that stingray.
Well, it's the least you can do. Just get them back up on the boat where they're safe, and just take one for the team.
Jones hammers the 2-1 high and deep to right field. A towering fly ball that is way out of here. A 2-run home run for Garrett Jones, his 3rd of spring training, and the Pirates have extended their lead to 4-1. Light tower power for Garrett Jones.
That was fun to watch. There's your insurance. A quick 2-spot. Well, you throw that hard, and if you're thinking fastball as a major league hitter with the power that Garrett Jones has, and you run into it, you can put on that kind of show. Yeehaw! Well, whoever's left on this piece of property knew that one was out of here.
See Travis Buck, the right fielder?
Yeah.
The only move he made was to turn around and see how far it was going.
Well, everybody's appreciating that except the pitcher. Even the guys in the Houston uniforms have to respect that one. That was what Garrett Jones can bring to the table.
Now Navarro puts this one into play in left center field. Brian Bixler racing over, makes the catch, but Jones lighting up the scoreboard with a 2-run bomb. Fans, you can sign up for Root Sports Red Alerts to get text updates on your favorite local teams, exclusive promotions for Root Sports viewers, and more. Simply text alerts to 412-412. To join Root Sports Red Alerts, message and data rates may apply. Garrett Jones.
Wow.
Boy, he hit that one.
Yep. That might have found the Allegheny River.
Well, there's a body of water that's behind the right field wall. It was past that and onto the half field where the pitchers do PFPs out there.
Worth another look.
Just crushed.
There's a phrase that they use in the dugout when you do that. All they do is say, "Did you?" which means, "Did you get it all?" And the answer is yes.
I would say so.
Did you? Ryota Igarashi coming on to work and hopefully put a lid on this thing in the top of the 9th inning. Pirates looking for 3 outs.
Marwin Gonzalez is the shortstop and batting from the left side against Igarashi. He deals him a ball low. 1-800-BUY-BUCKS is the number. That's the number you want for group packages. See the numbers on Igarashi. 4-1 last year with the New York Mets.
And more strikeouts than innings pitched, so you kind of like that ratio. Pirates giving him a long look. He's had a lot of outings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Just compiling a total of 8 innings, but they want to see what they've got here. 8 total innings, 5 earned runs given up. He's only walked 1 batter. That's a plus.
Two-one count. And Gonzalez wants timeout. Again, we have operators standing by at PNC Park. We appreciate all the folks who work for the Pirates who are in today on this Saturday and making it easier for you to come and enjoy Pirates baseball. Group tickets, 20 more fans. You get the hats off package. You get an outfield reserve seat plus a Pirates cap. And the Clemente package is great. The shirt you get, it's that vintage 1970 style with a collar. It's a really neat shirt, and everybody in your group gets one. Find out how you can be part of that as well.
Hey, is this
and ask about if you can call them right now and do it before we leave the air. You'll have an opportunity to take home not only the great group package, but an autographed Andrew McCutchen baseball.
Good deal.
Gonzalez walks to lead off the 9th. Man on first. For Brian Bixler. Pirates a 4-1 lead. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the 8th. Igarashi deals high for a ball to Bixler. Bixler was with the Cleveland Indians. He spent some time with the Pirates. Debuted in the majors with Pittsburgh. Been with the Washington Nationals also.
Now, would it be considered disrespectful to shorten the name like Jason Isringhausen became Izzy? I would hesitate to do that till I knew.
No, they do that.
Oh, they do?
Yeah,
okay, so
they call him Iggy.
okay.
I know that's what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's his nickname.
Ryota Igarashi.
1-0 pitch. That's upstairs.
His control has been very good, but this is not a great start to the top of the 9th. Horrific 9th inning yesterday afternoon as Daniel McCutchen came in and had a very rough outing. Wound up giving up a grand slam as the Tigers came roaring back. Won that game 7-2 after the Pirates led 2-1 going into the 9th. There we go. That's better.
You get that one in there, then you'll start getting more. Igarashi, guy who was with Yakult in Japan. Had great success there, with several times an All-Star. And Bixler just got the advantage on that call. That pitch looked like it caught part of the plate, but apparently didn't. 3-1. The Yakult Swallows are in the Japanese Central League. He was born in Chiba, Japan, and lives in Tokyo.
Yeah, good fastball, good live fastball.
Big game tonight, Steve. Penguins and
Ottawa.
Senators.
Yeah.
There's another big game tonight in hockey. Rangers and Maple Leafs.
Action.
Penguins win, Rangers lose. Pens are in first. Watch out. Right above Steve's head, pinballing around, and see how hit the door. There's the Eastern Conference standings, and in the Atlantic, it's the Rangers.
Everybody
and the Pens.
alive?
Everybody's still alive. So I have the projectile in my hands right now.
Okay. Just go ahead, Tim. You got the rest of the inning?
Yeah. Bathroom's right down the hall.
What's happening out there?
I'll let you know. It's a 3-2 pitch coming to Brian Bixler, but it'll have to wait. Now, Steve, if this ball was hit under the table, you'd have had the best chance to catch it. Come on up. You're safe to come out now.
It's okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
All right.
It's all right. You're okay.
Nerves are shot.
3-2. Missed outside, and now 2 men on. This is going to bring the tying run up.
That might bring Ray Searage out to the mound.
Igarashi's come out and walked the first 2 men. Not what the Pirates wanted to see today. Well, it was a relatively crisp game. And now Igarashi has got himself in a bit of trouble here in the 9th. Scott Moore, the third baseman, will bat left-handed, getting in the 3rd spot.
They need that ground ball. Igarashi's control, as we said, been very good through 8 innings, just 1 free pass, but 2 quick walks here in the 9th inning to bring the tying run to the plate. Again, we were talking yesterday, was evil in the 9th inning. Don't want Pirates heading down that road again.
Pitch to Moore. Missed for a ball. Nothing doing in the Pirates' pen yet. Daniel Moskos was on the schedule of pitchers to be used today. And he has yet to warm up. Now Ray Searage will take the walk out as Igarashi walks 2 and then starts off Moore with a ball. And because of this extension here in the 9th, it gives you more of a chance to get an opportunity for a signed autograph, signed autograph, of course, a signed Andrew McCutcheon baseball if you book a group, or book a group in the Bowtie Bar, the Budweiser Bowtie Bar, the newest addition to PNC Park out in right field. Just call 1-800-BUY-BUCKS, talk to a ticket representative, get your questions answered.
Yep. And we've gone through a lot of information. We've run a lot of stuff out there at you. So if you just want information, give a call. You don't have to commit right away. Love you to do that, but get some information, think it over, and get back to us.
Where else are you going to find a full season ticket package starting at $3.99 for an 81-game season? All right, 2 on, nobody out, and Igarashi pitches to Moore and delivers ball 2. And this could be trouble. We see Moskos up throwing in the Pirate pen and throwing in a hurry. He's keeping an eye on what is happening behind him. 2-0, cut on and missed. You take that pitch? You see him walks the first 2 guys, starts you 2-0?
I don't think so, because you got a chance of wind blowing out. You think he's going to come in with maybe something fat because trying to get back in the count. One swing of the bat can get you even.
Igarashi trying to get himself out of trouble here. Ground ball to the middle would do that. And the 2-1 to Moore. Fouled off, and he has come back and got the 2nd strike. So it's 2-2. Pirates travel to Kissimmee tomorrow, and so do Greg Brown and Steve Blass for a radio-only game tomorrow. New radio partner this year, Sports Radio 93.7 The Fan.
Yep.
Neil Huntington show, by the way, tomorrow on radio before the game. 12:30.
That should be a very interesting show as we get, cut downs and philosophies and approaches here as you head down the stretch in spring training. Good to hear from Neil.
2-2 missed. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Henry getting some work back there.
Even the Seagulls are getting kind of nervous. They're flying all around now with this issue in the 9th inning.
Yes, they are.
Don't adjust your set. That's just some fluttering.
Payoff pitch up in the air to left field and fairly deep back to the wall. McLeod, that's gone. And the ball game is tied at 4. My, oh my. Ryota Igarashi walks 2 and then serves up a homer on a 3-2 pitch. And the Pirate lead is gone. Yesterday against Detroit, they gave it up in the 9th. And here it's happening again.
Doesn't matter if you might consider it being windblown. It's still a 3-run home run. We got a 4-4 ball game.
It's not his day. Batter is Justin Ruggiano, the center fielder. Bounces one to Walker at second base. There's one out. Happened 3 batters too late.
Well, the thing is, you can't do anything about that. Now it's on the books, so you try to get the next 3 guys out. You can't undo those things, and if you dwell on them, all you're doing is digging a hole to let it continue.
Igarashi getting set to face Mike Hessman. Hessman was on the 2008 Olympic team representing the U.S. in Beijing. Rolls one towards short. Navarro just tries to throw it and overthrows it.
Good backup by Michael McHenry.
Nothing that Navarro could do where that ball was hit. He just did all he could to attempt to make a throw.
Yeah, really not necessary to make a throw there. And it's a good thing Michael was there, because that wide throw, you never know, it's going to take a funny bounce and go into the stands, and now the guy's at second base. So Pirate catcher doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Well, Clint Hurdle is going to come out and get Igarashi. So a disappointing day for Ryota Igarashi. Can't finish the 9th with a 4-1 lead. Walks 2, gives up a home run, and lead gone. Daniel Moskus coming in with the game tied at 4 in the top half of the 9th inning. She's getting a good look at the new Pirates pitcher Daniel Moskus in a 4-4 game in the top of the 9th inning. Left-hander out of Clemson has not given up an earned run this spring.
Good work for Daniel. And there's a blemish on this game that shouldn't tell the whole story, and won't tell the whole story about how well that James McDonald pitched. Monster home run by Garrett Jones. So it is what it is, but don't lose track that for 8 innings for the second straight day, the Pirates played a very good baseball game.
So Moskos takes over, and Jordan Craik is the second baseman.
And it still hasn't gotten away from the Pirates. It's not looking as good as it was. That's the difference.
Just a note on Igarashi. In 7 prior appearances, he had 1 walk.
Yes.
He walked the first 2 men he faced today and then gave up a home run. Two and 0. Pitching from behind can't be as fun as pitching when you're ahead.
No. Turns everything upside down.
And Moskos way behind. 3-0 now. Does it take you sometimes on certain days just a little bit to zero in when you get into a game?
Yeah, it does. And there are just certain days where you're trying your darndest to get the ball in the strike zone. It's just not happening. And it's not happening here in the 9th inning.
3rd walk of the inning.
Well, they say the walks will kill you. I just made that up. It's never been said before.
Never been said before. I've never heard that. That's pretty ingenious. Should I write that down?
No, I think it might come back around again.
Landon Powell, the catcher. Switch hitter. Facing Moskos. 1 out, 2 on. Forced play still in effect. Looking for an out. Infield fly rule's in effect here.
We're kind of searching, aren't we?
We are. Looking for an out any way you can get it. Boy, it looked like the Pirates were going to cruise to this one today after the performance of James McDonald and the towering monster home run hit by Garrett Jones, his 3rd of the spring.
Yeah, and Resop came in 1-2-3 with 2 strikeouts. That was as clean as you're going to find in the top of the 8th.
And in the top of the 9th, things have fallen apart somewhat. 4-4 tie, and the Astros threatening. Ground ball wide of 3rd, so 2 strikes on Powell. And so Moskos looking to get an out here. Moskos has had a good spring, and he figures to be the lefty in the bullpen, at least one of them.
Yep, every manager loves to have a couple.
And his chances got a little greater today when the Pirates reassigned left-hander JoJo Reyes and Doug Slayton to minor league camp.
Tony Watson still around.
One ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on. 1-2 pitch coming to Landon Powell. Got him swinging. A walk and a strikeout for Daniel Moskos.
Kind of a half swing, tentative swing, late decision to take a wave at it.
Roberto Pena is the hitter out of minor league camp for the Astros, hitting for the pitcher David Carpenter. And as Brad Mills had worked his lineup around, the pitcher's spot is the 8th spot in the lineup, if that means anything to you here in spring training. Well, the pitch, and it's fouled off the end of the bat. Good to see you stop shaking after that ball came in the booth.
That was dangerous.
Happens about once a day here.
It's a bad angle. These balls hit on this edge up here, and off they go back to the back wall.
Nothing in 1 the count to Pena. Moskos pitch. Now it's 0-2. So Moskos trying to keep the score right where it is.
Yeah. We framed some of the exceptional bullets that have come back up in here.
That Craig Monroe one, was when Walkie and I were doing a game in 2009 here against the Tampa Bay Rays, and that ball went right in between us, right here. A little bit higher, though. Strike 3, and it'll be a 2-3 putout. So Moscas comes in, and despite the walk, strikes out 2, but 3 runs in. We're going to the bottom of the 9th, all even at 4. With Steve Blast, Tim Never here in the friendly city, Bradenton, Florida. 4-4 heading to the bottom of the 9th after the Astros picked up 3 off of Ryota Igarashi. 2 walks and a home run to tie it. So 4-4. 4 runs on 9 hits for the Bucks. 4-4-0 for the Astros.
New pitcher for Houston, Reiner Cruz, a former New York Met farmhand, picked up in the Rule 5 draft by the Houston Astros, and he'll work here in the bottom of the 9th, this 4-4 ball game.
He will face Michael McHenry. Then Matt Haig will have an at bat. Haig on deck. Leads the team in home runs this spring. Just hitting everything. McHenry takes strike 1. Michael today 1 for 3. Had a base hit in the 4th inning. And a strike called. Might have caught part of the plate.
Might not have.
Well, we understand that this is the first game Will Little has umpired at the professional level. You got to do it sometime. I mean, behind the plate. His first one in the big league camp.
I think it's all things considered, he's handled himself well.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do it sometime if you're going to do it. Well, you got to be happy for the guy getting the chance, and then you move up. You got Wally Bell, the veteran, on the crew, and other guys who've done vacation relief work. Quinn Walcott, Chris Ward. Right, Biomes, strike 3.
Mr. Cruz cruising on by Mr. McHenry. Very, very impressive.
So Matt Haig will get a chance. Had another home run yesterday against the Detroit Tigers.
You have a first baseman or no?
Talking to him the other day in the dugout, Steve, he knows that all he's got to do is hit. If you just keep hitting, they'll find a place. Ball 1.
He'd like to have that pitch back. Hanging breaking ball up and in. Get it up in the air. Everybody goes home.
Haig leading the club. Garrett Jones has tied Starling Marte. Strike 1. Ball and a strike to Matt. AAA All-Star last year with the Indianapolis Indians. Nate McClouth on deck. He had a game-winning homer. Not a walk-off, but a game winner against the Red Sox here last week. 1-2.
Overpowered right there by that Cruz fastball. The home run he hit yesterday perhaps aided a little bit, but he had such a line drive that it got out there quicker. There's going to be at least 2 bases. And here's from the side, the late swing.
And this one hit deep to left field, but the ballpark will hold it. Haig knows he just missed it. Well, with 2 outs, it'll be up to Nate McClouth. Reiner Cruz from Santo Domingo in the Dominican, 25 years of age, signed as a 16-year-old non-drafted free agent by the Detroit Tigers. McClouth has 1 home run. That was against the Red Sox, as I mentioned earlier. 1-0 pitch. Get him? Apparently not. Came pretty close, but McClouth got out of the way.
Get your attention. This guy's not out there soft tossing.
Glenn Hurdle and Brad Mills, managers.
Well, left-hand action. Pirates have a lefty warming up in their bullpen down the right field line.
This one's fouled away. Well, we're talking about the 9th inning, and if you're wondering if they play extra innings in a spring training game.
Most times they do, sometimes they don't.
Yeah, sometimes they don't, but typically they will play one more.
They'll play a 10th. That's usually pretty automatic.
That is Chris Johnson, a minor leaguer, who is warmed up and ready to go in the pen. Should we go 10? And that is the indicator we are playing extra innings, because they've got a young man warmed up down there. Well, if McClouth can get on, Jake Fox is on deck. He's got 2 pinch hit home runs this spring. And we've got a base runner.
But he'll have to wait till Nate tries to steal second base.
2-out walk. And the winning run is aboard. Jake Fox will hit for Josh Harrison. Fox, another one of those guys, a utility player. He can catch. Plays third, plays first. He'll play in the outfield if you need him. Trying to do what is necessary to make the big league club. 275 last year in AAA with Norfolk. A dozen homers. Fastball right there for a strike.
Kind of take a sidelong glance at Nate at first base and see if he's thinking about taking off. Modest lead at this point. Yeah, the Astros thinking the same thing.
Still time to call the Pirates ticket representative at 1-800-BUY-BUCKS. We continue to play here in Bradenton.
But 85 on the radar gun over to first base.
You feel that pretty hard over there. Mike Hessman was ready for it, though. Reiner Cruz, 25-year-old right-hander, facing Jake Fox. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th of a 4-4 game. Up high for ball 1. Pirates and Twins had a B game last week down in Fort Myers before the regular Major League game was played. And Pirates came back at the top of the 9th to take a 3-2 lead. And Twins said, that's it, we're done. They didn't hit in the bottom of the 9th.
Okay.
Pulled their guys and said, we got our work in. Thank you.
That's why they call it a B game.
Sometimes the B games go 9. Sometimes it'll be prearranged where they'll only go 7. different kinds of games. There's B games and there's camp games.
There's games where you'll send a player over to take an at-bat every inning over at Pirate City in the mornings.
Lead off each inning,
Yep.
So it's neat what you can do down here to get work in.
And that's the great advantage of having a minor league camp so close by. Send them over that 6-field complex.
1-2, missed 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fox trying to make a contribution with the winning run at first. McHenry led off the inning, struck out swinging, and then Matt Haig came in to pinch hit, hit a fly ball deep to left, but right in front of the warning track. It was hauled in by Brian Bixler. And now the 2-2 to Fox. Full count, 3-2. So this will give McLeod an advantage. He'll get a running start.
All right, so you get something in the gap or down in one of the corners. It makes a big difference. Nate has that good speed. Might make the difference between being held up at third or scoring.
Reiner Cruz ready to deliver the payoff pitch. And Fox hammers it deep to left field. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's foul. Oh, he crushed it, but it hooked on him.
And not by much. It's just a little bit too far inside where he's turning, and just it had to go foul. It had to go down toward that line, just too far inside.
Let's see what Fox can do on this 3-2 pitch. About as exciting a foul ball as you're going to see.
Yep, bottom of the ninth, tie game, absolutely.
There goes McLeod. Outside ball 4. And now the Pirates with 2 on and the winning run in scoring position and good speed too with Nate McLeod out at second base. I'd say that's a good at bat for Jake Fox.
Yep. Jose has had a good afternoon, 2 for 4.
And he doesn't need to hit the home run, just a base hit now.
Just hit it right past one of those seagulls on the ground.
Come on, Joe.
Reiner Cruz to Jose Tabata.
And they are not at all concerned about the lead of Nate McLeod. Getting all he wants. Nobody happy about that call that roots for the Pirates.
Third baseman Moore playing deep and off the bag. Breaking ball, high ball 1. Jose Tabata trying to get it done here in the bottom of the 9th. Had a big walk-off hit against the Phillies last year at PNC Park. And now he's down to his final strike, 1-2. Tomorrow, Brad Lincoln will oppose Jay Happ in that return match over in Kissimmee between the Astros and Pirates. And Monday night right here, back on television against the Orioles, Eric Bedard gets the start for the Pirates. And we're going to the 10th. As the Pirates strand the winning run at second base. Extra innings in Bradenton. Top of the 10th in a 4-4 game, Astros and Pirates. Clint Hurdle, after Thursday's game, announcing that Eric Bedard would be the opening day starter. He was asked why Bedard and why the rotation was set up the way it is.
We just tried to look at the 4 starters we were going to have in play and what was our best rotation to take care of the challenges the first month was going to bring. We have a very challenging schedule, the first 30, 40 games. Eric's got the experience. He's done it before. We think matching him up this way with the swing and miss, the spin, he's going to counterbalance Jeff, who's going to pitch next, then James, and then Correa. We just feel that those 4 and in that alignment, it gives us the best opportunity to get out of the chutes clean.
Well, that's the way it's going to be. Bedard, followed by Karstens, McDonald, and Correa. And the hope is that Charlie Morton will join later as the 5th starter. And loads of changes here for the Pirates. Chris Johnson, the left-hander, is out to pitch the 10th against Travis Buck.
Pirate minor leaguer picked up in the minor league draft from the Boston organization. High draft choice for Boston going back about 6 years ago.
1-0 to Buck. Eric Fryer doing the catching now. McHenry sits down for the rest of the day. Fryer, who was a Bradenton Marauder a couple of seasons ago, made it all the way to the big leagues last year. 2-0 pitch. Missed downstairs, and it's 3-0. Pirates held a 4-1 lead after Garrett Jones' towering home run in the 8th inning. But in the 9th, Ryota Igarashi walked the first 2 men he faced, then gave up an opposite field home run to Scott Moore. And now Johnson comes in and issues a 4-pitch walk to Travis Buck, and the Astros with a go-ahead run on in the 10th. Johnson getting some time in a big league exhibition game. Brad Chalk is in center field. Miles Durham has taken over for Tabata in right. Drew Maggi at second base. Josh Rodriguez is the shortstop. And Marwin Gonzalez pulls the bat back and takes ball 1. So Johnson comes out and delivers the first 4 pitches out of the strike zone. Nick Evans is the new third baseman. Over at first base is Stephen Welch. Those are your changes for the Pirates.
Yeah, it's not like Chris Johnson is a 18-year-old kid. He's played a lot of pro ball since 2006, so this is not his first time out there. I'm sure he was in the Boston Major League camp for a time or two, being drafted that high. But this is starting off like the top of the 9th.
Well, and backing up, a great day by James McDonald. McDonald, 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 3. He looked terrific today. 2-0. Now it's 3-0, and there's trouble brewing. Chris Resop came in and backed up McDonald, pitched a perfect 8th inning, striking out 2. And then Igarashi got the Pirates into all kinds of trouble in the 9th. A 3-0 pitch coming to Marwin Gonzalez. 8 pitches and 2 walks. And now the go-ahead runs in scoring position.
And the bunt will continue to be on. They were taught thick and bunt after the initial walk. I wouldn't think the plan has changed much. They're going to go over and talk with Chris Johnson about what he's going to do on a bunt. He's pretty preoccupied with what he's going to do with this next delivery.
He's going to face Brian Bixler. Johnson, born in West Covina, California, lives in Blue Springs, Missouri. He's out of Wichita State. And Bixler takes the pitch for a strike. Johnson spent the last 2 full seasons in Pawtucket, Red Sox AAA. And the season before that had 22 appearances. So 2009, 10, and 11 with Pawtucket. Bixler takes strike 2.
Roll up. Come on, babe.
So in the first 8 innings, Pirates pitchers didn't walk a man. But in innings 9 and 10, they've issued 5 free passes. Igarashi with 2, Moscas with 1, and now Johnson with 2. Trying for that inside corner and missed. And Moscas came in and walked his first man. You're thinking, oh no, but he came back and struck out the next 2. Pirates have some bullpen activity already.
Right hand action.
1-2. Now it's 2-2 to Bixler. That is Zach Foster. Under the watchful eye of Euclides Rojas, the bullpen coach. Foster a sidewinder. 2-2 pitch. And a bouncer towards short. And Josh Rodriguez muffs the play. And the go-ahead run comes to the plate to score.
Caught him in between hops, and the ball wound up playing him instead of the double play. The Astros take the lead. Here's what happens when you let the ball play you. You either got to give ground or come up and take that last hop away. And he got caught in between and paid the price.
So Buck scores. It's now 5-4 as the Astros have their first lead of the day. Josh Rodriguez, you may remember him. He was a Rule 5 pick a year ago. And actually, because he was a Rule 5 pick from the Cleveland Indians, made the opening day roster. The Pirates had to keep him or send him back. And ultimately, they had no choice but to send him back, where he went as far down south as Double-A. And this time he can't play the throw down from Fryer. And the runners move up. There's nobody covering second base. So now runners at second and third and nobody out. Throwing error by Fryer allows the runners to move up. So
it's official now. Yep. You've got a tale of 2 ball games.
The wheel is getting ready to fall off the cart here in the 10th inning. But this is a spring training game. This is what happens. It's 2 different games when all the substitutes come in. It's not.
That being said, Igarashi looking for a job. That part had some significance.
Yeah, you're right. But again, generally when you watch a spring training game, it's 2 different games.
Yeah, when it unravels with a lot of minor league guys coming over.
But Rodriguez, who was in the big leagues, just had trouble again with the glove. Tough throw from Fryer. Infield in. 1-1. Popped up. Evans, tough play for him, but there's Rodriguez to make the catch, and nobody moves up. For 1 out. Like Rodriguez went back to Cleveland, and the Pirates went and got him back.
Under different circumstances.
Yeah, they liked him that much, and so Josh is back here. Got his first major league hit last season. It was an infield single. Infield still in with 1 out. And Johnson deals a strike to Justin Ruggiano. Foster looks like he's just about ready to go, should he be needed. 0-1. In for a strike, nothing in 2. Yesterday was tough. A 9th inning grand slam by one of the reserves for the Tigers.
But it really didn't seem quite as painful as watching this.
Well, Charlie Morton had a terrific game, left with a 2-1 lead. He was pretty satisfied, as was everybody around the organization was pretty satisfied with Charlie's performance yesterday. A 7-2 loss to the Tigers, and the Pirates letting one get away here. Ruggiano down on strikes, 2 outs, and Pirates will have a chance to tie it or win it in the bottom of the 10th inning. Mike Hessman, the batter. He had a base hit in the 9th. He's 1 for 1. 2 errors here in the top of the 10th by the Pirates. One on Rodriguez, one on Fryer. Hessman 0-1. Looks like Johnson finding a groove now.
Yeah, he's found himself a little bit out there after the fact, but keep on trucking.
How long is that ride to Kissimmee tomorrow? Just asking.
2. T.O. No, T.O.
Too long. It's more than 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a couple hours up there. It depends on what the traffic is like around Disney.
1-1 pitch. Now 1-2.
What do you think it's going to be like during the month of March? Some kids out of school. Going to be busy, but.
Well, Greg's driving, right? So you can get a nap in.
I'm driving.
You're driving?
Yeah.
Well, Greg will get a nap in.
Yeah, have a chance. I've got my series. I got my.
He can nap for you.
I got my oldies on.
One ball, 2 strikes. 2 men out, 2 on for the Astros. They were hitless until the 6th inning with 1 out when Travis Buck came off the bench. Got a broken bat pinch hit single to break up the no-hitter being twirled by James McDonald. McDonald would give up just 2 hits.
Dave Clark, former Pirate, getting out of the way of that foul ball.
Gold Glove boxer, wasn't
he? Yeah. Yep. Good man, Dave Clark. Good man. I think Dave Clark will manage in the big leagues someday. Astros being pretty efficient. 5 runs on 4 hits. That means the Pirates have not been efficient.
Chris Johnson's 1-2 pitch. Got him. But some damage done. Couple of walks, couple of errors, and the go-ahead run is in. Last chance for the Pirates in the bottom of the 10th, trailing 5-4. Last wraps for the Bucks this afternoon, trailing 5-4, bottom of the 10th inning. They'll face a new pitcher, an Ariel Del Rosario, and you see Kent Tekulve in the bullpen. And he is in our bullpen. He'll be along with Stan Savran and Lacey Collins on the postgame show coming up. Rob King will be hosting the postgame, so make sure you are tuned into that. Talk about this one.
The rubber band man can't be liking what he's seen the last 2 days in the 9th inning. Teak was usually putting those things away, putting those kind of games away.
Brad Chalk, who came in last half inning in center field, getting in at bat. against Nerio Del Rosario. Del Rosario last year, 54 appearances with the Astros. He went 0-3. Had a couple of rehab stints in the minor leagues, but prior to that, he was a Cincinnati Red in 2010 for a while before performing for Houston. 2 balls and 1 strike to Brad Chalk. And Chalk belts one toward right center, and that is tracked down out there. What a play by the center fielder. Wow. Looked like Chalk might have extra bases.
That ball almost took off on him, a little extra carry on it, but able to bring it in.
Justin Rugiano, a good catch. And here is Josh Rodriguez now. Rodriguez looking to keep the Bucks alive here this afternoon. And a high chopper to third. And he'll have himself a hit. So the tying runs aboard.
This could get a handle. I don't know if he's going to get him at first base. If he,
yeah, they've already scored it a hit.
Yeah.
So that high chopper, you're basically running underneath the hang time. And so the winning run at the plate. And Evans pushes it past third base. One out, one on for the Pirates, still alive.
Yeah, Nick's certainly capable of getting under one, giving a good lift and getting it out of here.
256 with the Mets last year, 4 homers. And the 0-1. And a ground ball is short. This could do it. And the double play will end the game. So the Astros come back from a 4-1 deficit to score 4 runs in the 9th and 10th, 3 in the 9th, 1 in the 10th. But prior to that, it was a very good ball game for James McDonald, who you'd have to say was the star of this one for the Pirates.
What a revolting development. Good-looking ball game for the Pirates. Second straight day. But, yeah, James McDonald will be the story. Take nothing away from that. Garrett Jones with a big home run. Resop with a scoreless inning. After that, it got a little sketchy, as they like to say. But the Pirates will take much out of both of these games because of what their starting pitchers did. Charlie Morton yesterday and James McDonald today. So we'll go to Kissimmee tomorrow and see where that leads us.
Spring training goes on and on. Lost today 5-4 to Houston in 10 innings. For Steve Blass and our entire crew here in Bradenton, I'm Tim Everett. Pirates postgame coming up. Stick around for that.